The world is full of wonders.
Magic is stirring with all new potential.
And monsters might be danger or a friend in a fight.
But if you love a good story,
the adventures are just getting started.
Are you ready to meet some new friends along the way?
this is the Storyteller Squad Expanded Universe. Hello, adventurers. Welcome back to the Storyteller Squad. Thanks for joining us for the third installment of our Expanded Universe series. Featuring our lovely guest players from across the TTRPG creator space, this is episode 2 of 4, which can be enjoyed as a standalone adventure, but also connects to the story of our main series and our ongoing Monster of the Week campaign. Minor spoilers and Easter eggs lie ahead. But before we begin, let's check in with our heroes.
I hope you're all ready to rock. I am bound by the forces of the universe to blow your mind with the artistic perfection that is my voice. I'm Ashleigh Adams, he, him.
Hi, everyone. I play a mean keyboard, and actually I play about a dozen instruments. And I need us to do well today because I really need a win. I'm Diana Piper, she, her.
All right, so some of the speakers are running on Magitech, so it's going to take a couple of extra cables. But I scoped out the crowd. Vibes are good, so we should be fine. But remember, we're running sets inspired by Pigeon Town and Magic Wand Kyle, okay? So let's have a good show. I'm Rocky Roadie, he, him.
I'm still getting used to all the magic going on at the festival. I play drums for Ashleigh and the Blankets. That's the name of the band. Did anyone else say that? Yeah, I'm Leaf, they, them.
Are you drums or bass, Leaf?
I don't remember. I never wrote it down.
Yes.
It can be both.
Listen, it's not a big deal. Whatever Leaf wants to play, Leaf can play.
Leaf heard the genre drum and bass and went with both.
Leaf plays both at the same time.
Amazing.
If you really think about it, a bass drum and a bass are the same thing.
Absolutely. There's really no difference between the two of them.
And I'm Natalie Fuinha, your keeper of monsters and mysteries. Let's have an adventure. It's Paranormalooza, the largest and premier magical and paranormal music festival held in Chicago at Grant Park, a multi-day event featuring many performers of the magical persuasion, favorites such as Lich Mouse, Alchemical Romance, They Definitely Are Giants, and Hosier. We see an expanse of multicolored tents of all sizes, personal and professional. Food trucks and vendors selling all sorts of merchandise and holding charity raffles and promoting local community events, and the crowds are buzzing. There is an ongoing competition, a battle of the bands held and sponsored by DJ Chimera, the famed cryptid musician and producer and label owner, with the prize being a LP recording release with them as a co-contributor, as well as all the fame and notoriety that would come with winning a competition amongst such illustrious and talented participants. So we have our camera zip through the crowd, passing by folks in their summertime. Actually, no, it's autumn. So unlike many music festivals, people have jackets and are layered up a little bit as we are entering a chilly portion of the year in the Windy City. And we will come to one of these staging tents just outside one of these stages set up for this competition. And we see outside the staging tent carrying a roll of cable, Rocky. Could you describe and introduce your character?
Yeah, Rocky looks like your average metalhead with a black band tee that's ripped off from the sleeves, people are wearing jackets. You don't need to wear jackets if I move a lot. I run hot. So the sleeves are ripped off. He had once black jeans that have been worn down, so he just kind of took a box cutter and ripped the bottom parts of them. So now they're shorts that he's able, and he's more mobile with them too. You need mobility if you got to get below stage in the middle of a set. No one needs to see you, so if you're wearing black, that's good enough.
It's an important question for Vibe. Are they tight around the knee or loose?
No, they're loose. You can move.
Okay.
I have mobility. And he has some black hair, a scraggly beard, kind of like the person you'd see in the pit, but if the pit gets out of hand, he kind of like manages the pit to say like, all right, guys, back it up. You can use elbows, just let the people who are using elbows stay in this section, and the rest of you guys, maybe get some water. You look dehydrated. Just kind of keeping tabs on everybody.
We see you setting up cables, preparing the equipment, and potentially giving a shout into the tent to the leader of the musical group you're assisting. Let's just get a bit of dialogue for you calling to this band leader you know of.
Ashleigh!
How many times have I told you, Rocky? When we're in the middle of a show like this, you have to call me my full name.
Ashleigh Adams.
Bursting from the tent, if you can describe your character.
Ashleigh is wearing loosely fitted clothing, except the pants are like real tight. Like the tightest pants that you have ever seen on a human being. And Ashleigh is very tall and slender, very long, lanky arms, and Ashleigh has this long black hair kind of coming down. You can see that it's slightly wavy, cascading past his shoulders. Thank you very much. Oh wait, is there no crowd here yet?
No, I was just asking if you needed water. This wasn't like a showy kind of thing. I was just checking on you.
Well, listen, I have to always be prepared for the fans. You know this about me, Rocky. If I see a fan and they don't call me my full name, I'm gonna be a little bit disturbed by that.
I get that. I totally get that, and I'll do better. That's on me.
Thank you, Rocky.
But my question still stands. Would you want this bottle of water?
Where's it from?
My hand. I don't know.
No, where's the water from, Rocky? If I put the wrong substance into this temple that I use to evoke emotion on stage, Rocky, who knows what could happen?
Yeah, where do you want the water to be from?
Well,
You see him reaching into like his little utility belt where he has a couple of different waters.
I think today would be good if we had the Iceland water.
Okay, Voss, boom. There you go. Recycle that.
Ashleigh cracks it open a little bit. It takes a little while. It's just...
Can you help with that?
Well, this one's really sealed well. It's just...
Okay, I already kind of pre-twisted it for you. It's not going to take much.
I've got it, okay? I've got it. Just...
Okay.
Can you please just... Oh. As he's using the entire force of all his leverage to open this teeny tiny little water bottle. It kind of clicks open.
You might get an assist as one of your bandmates exits the tent, because she also wants to make sure she's hydrated. Diana, can we introduce you and describe your look?
Yes, so Diana has short cropped black hair. She's wearing a red jacket, a like black V-neck that has like a gray sort of collar. She has on gray shorts with black tights and a pair of black combat boots. You might be thinking to yourself, wow, that sounds a lot like Jane Lane from Daria. You'd be correct. There's like an air of like effortlessly cool around her, but she also has a monocle attached to her belt pocket. That's a little bit of a callback to a little movie called Heathers from the 80s that I absolutely love. She is carrying her keyboard sort of like under one arm. She's slinging a case behind her, which carries her oboe and her bassoon. You know, two instruments that obviously go in one case together. No notes there, no questions asked. It's totally fine and normal. And she always is sort of like looking behind her, making sure nothing is behind her at any given point, because you never know. You always have to be looking.
Do you help Ashleigh with the water bottle, or do you think he's got it?
First of all, I think that water is just full of mop water, so I'm not touching it.
Okay, which one do you want? I have a lot.
None.
Okay.
I actually don't do water. I don't really like believe in it.
Okay. Of course.
So if you could get me specifically water from a coconut, if you could just get me a coconut and a straw, that'd be awesome.
I reach into another one of my bags and pull out a pre-cracked coconut with a straw in it. I knew you'd say that. There we go.
Fantastic. You know, this is why you're my guy. You're my roadie.
I do what I can.
Dope. Diana takes out one of her knives that she uses to make her reeds for her bassoons and her oboes, cracks it into the coconut, opens it, and just starts slurping.
Wow, what a vibe.
You aren't actually Diana's roadie, are you? I'm pretty sure you're just mine.
Here for the group, which includes
Me, Ashleigh.
yes, and finish the name of the band, and
There's more to the name of the band? What do you mean?
Leaf, can you help explain this to Ashleigh?
We will pan through the opening to the tent inside the interior where your staging area is, and we will introduce Leaf, our fourth and final character.
Leaf has their headphones in, like over your headphones, noise canceling on, just in the zone, probably playing a game on their phone, full on, just kind of chilling. Leaf is wearing very casual jeans, graphic tee, and a hoodie. Actually wearing a Hosier t-shirt underneath the hoodie.
Hit the merch stand.
Yep.
Just full on super cozy mode, listening to headphones, completely drowning out the chaos. Has like a water bottle that they grabbed from Rocky earlier sitting next to them as they're just kind of lounging in their little waiting area.
As you're playing this game on your phone, the screen of your phone actually crackles a little bit with like visible static, and the pixels start to glitch out a little bit on you, Leaf. Before you have a chance to sort of like try and press a button to like reset things or like, hold it like, oh no, did I crack my screen? A flash of bright silver energy erupts from your phone screen and fills the tent. And then standing before you is this tall quadruped creature with a long tail that ends in a sort of fluffy, you're not sure if it's fur or feathers because this creature is glowing so brightly that all you can make out is silhouette, and a long serpentine neck with what looks like more of this like fluff or feather mane, and one brown eye and one glowing golden amber eye. And those are the only two like specific details you can make out within this creature's silhouette, as it just appears from your phone and is standing there in the tent in front of you looking around.
Hi?
It tilts its head and regards you and then like looks down at your phone, which is back to normal. It's like playing the game you were playing, though you might have like lost your score or whatever, and it's like beep 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 beep.
Ah, dang it. Hey, guys, there's a thing in the hi, do you have a name or something? I'm new to this. Hi.
It just regards you and then looks at some of the other instruments you guys have in cases and maybe goes over to like another keyboard and starts just sort of like touching keys with its little snoot. Bing, 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 bing.
Rocky's gonna walk in.
Rocky, when you walk in, you see piano keys being pressed, but no creature.
Okay. Is there a sprite in here? Leaf, did you see a sprite walk in? I've seen them pulling out chords from other stuff, and I think they just went invisible and they're starting to hit this piano.
No, there's like a little guy. Well, not little. It's super tall.
About the size of a deer.
Yeah, like deer-sized thing in here. You can't see it?
Hold on. Let me see that water. I think I may have given you the wrong one. Are you okay?
Am I?
This piano's just doing its own thing here, and it's not supposed to be doing that, and I'm worried it's going to break if we're needing it on stage.
Leaf proceeds to have a small existential crisis in the corner.
Yep. The creature leaves the keyboard and then goes over to like a couple mics on a stand and is like sniffing at the mics. There's a little like feedback, and it quickly pulls away.
Oh, okay, we're unplugging those.
A flash of like thought goes through Ashleigh's brain as someone touches his microphones, and he darts into the tent. Is the show starting?
Nope, I think we have a ghost on our hands.
A ghost?
A ghost deer is what Leaf described.
Ashleigh, you can see the glowing silver creature as it sort of just ambles about the tent.
You put those microphones down. Can I do a move here?
Yeah, what move do you want to do?
I'm going to call out to the microphone and try and like wield it toward my hand like Thor's hammer
Oh, cool. Yeah, sure.
to try and like get it away from that creature.
Do you have a specific move tied to an item, or is this just a use magic roll?
We could have some fun with it. It technically has like a chain ability.
Oh, right, your signature item. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, then you shouldn't have to roll for it. You can you get your signature weapon.
I might as well roll for it and use magic to pull it to me, right? Like, because I don't have it on my person yet.
All right, sure.
All right, we're gonna roll this up, y'all.
2d6, first roll of the game.
Hey.
That's 9 plus weird, right? So 11?
Yeah, no issue, no glitch. Your microphone responds to your call.
How dare you mess with my microphone? This thing was handed to me, and you can see this microphone has like a gold windscreen on the top of it. Going down, you can see these gold veins running down into the cable, and the cable kind of glows as soon as it hits Ashleigh's palm. This was given to me by the great. Why am I making up names? By the great, by the great Miguel Haxman, one of the greatest vocalists of all time. Not quite as good as me, but pretty good. Pretty good.
The creature lets out sort of a low, like curious kind of whine, just like a.
Do I detect anything inside of the frequencies being emanated by this creature?
They're perfectly on pitch.
Oh.
Do I hear it?
You do not, Rocky. Leaf, you hear it. Diana, if you're still outside or if you've come in the tent, you also cannot see what is going on inside.
So all I see is just Ashleigh speaking to a microphone. Not into the microphone, but to a microphone.
Yes, and Leaf sort of staring also at that same empty middle space.
Diana is fully unfazed by this behavior. This is just like par for the course of Ashleigh and the blankets. No notes.
Hey, Rocky, this creature's got perfect pitch. Perhaps they could do like backup vocals or something like that.
What creature are you talking about? Did you drink? What is in this water? Let me take the
Ashleigh grabs Rocky's face very intently, getting so close.
Yep.
Just, Rocky,
Ashleigh.
the creature right there has perfect pitch.
Yeah.
That creature.
You pointed at another keyboard.
Rocky,
Ashleigh,
I need you to really focus right now.
I am zeroed in.
And I'm turning Rocky's head
Yeah.
toward the creature. Rocky, look with your heart, Rocky.
My heart sees another bass guitar and the other flap to this tent.
Yeah, I think the creature's tail kind of brushes against this bass, and there's just like a low, like, again, a nice chord is played as it just brushes past it.
I see an in-tuned bass.
Diana, could you read a bad situation?
Ooh, that's a great question.
'Cause it seems like your lead vocalist is losing their mind right before you're about to perform. You hear some PA outside the tent. 5 minutes?
Thank you, 5.
All right. Diana's going to like quickly sort of assess what's going on. So lead singer is having a meltdown. This is normal. I don't know a single lead singer that doesn't have a meltdown before singing. I'll be totally honest with you. Leaf is having an anxiety attack. Again, this is pretty normal. I don't know a single bass player that doesn't have extreme anxiety. And our roadie is just trying to sort of manage the situation. So tell me if I can do this. Stuff is moving, right?
Things in the tent are being interacted with by something unseen. Yeah, that's very clear.
And as a keyboard player, I'm kind of like, well, I'm not producing the sound that's coming out of the keyboard. Is the keyboard plugged in?
It's just like a different sized keyboard for when you're in like your tent practicing sets or, going over stuff.
Okay, so it's plugged into an amp, so it would amplify.
Yep.
Cool. So sound is happening. There's now a ghost bass with just open frets, as you do. This is normal behavior. So I'm going to try to use my...
First, I need you to roll read a bad situation to sort of like analyze this.
Okay. 3 and 3, so 6.
Plus your sharp, whatever that is.
Plus my sharp, plus 2, so 8.
Okay. With a mixed success, you can ask a question from the list of read a bad situation questions.
Ooh, okay, cool. Ooh, oh. Are there any dangers we haven't noticed?
Yeah. There's something. You're not sure that it's dangerous, but there's a presence in this tent. You have heard Ashleigh and Leaf mention a creature.
Right.
Have we decided that Diana knows a bit of magic? You're an expert in paranormal things, right?
Yes, I'm an expert in paranormal things, but I don't know if that necessarily means magic. I would say light magic, sleight of hand. I could kind of do that, I can't levitate a body.
Sure.
But very, very rudimentary magic.
The danger here is that if you can't get your group together and setting up on the stage, you will miss your opening cue.
Okay.
Whatever is interacting with the tent here, it doesn't seem to be damaging the equipment at least. And for the most part, like you say, all the other factors are kind of normal for performing with this group. So you might want to just get them back on task.
Sure. Do we have any rival bands?
Well, you know that one of the judges for the competition, which is sort of maybe something you've been keeping close to the chest, so as not to affect everyone's hopes for your scoring here. But Lily Thade, the lead singer of Lily Thade plus Magical Operation Neon, your ex, is here.
Mm-hmm.
She's not quite a rival. She's definitely a issue. Everyone else here, I think, is more like peers, but because of what we discussed, you guys might not have a good relationship with any of the bands, but I think that also kind of defaults to not having like a strong antagonistic thing with anyone in particular.
I can't imagine why no one would love us. It's not like we don't play our own music or anything.
Right, yeah. So there's just sort of a general dislike of the cover band that your group is.
That's fair. It is a little bit of a one-trick pony, so I understand. Okay, so Diana is just sort of going to look around. Again, what she sees is Ashleigh screaming at a microphone, not into, but at a microphone.
Mm-hmm.
Leaf is just a little bit confused. Rocky is trying to just keep things intact while Ashleigh is holding Rocky's head, moving him around like a marionette. This is all normal behavior. So Diana is going to take her keyboard. She's going to grab Leaf's hand and she's going to gently take Ashleigh's forearm and just sort of gently take Ashleigh away from Rocky and just start walking on stage and saying, we can deal with this later. We just need to get through this song. Not even set, song.
Leaf, Ashleigh, as you are pulled from the tent, you see the creature poke its head out the tent flaps and like watch you going up the stairs to the stage.
Pulling Ashleigh is not hard. it's very easy. And in fact, Ashleigh never looks at you a single time and is just focused on Rocky. Rocky, you've got to get that creature to sing back up.
It's okay. I'm just rolling up more cables, getting ready to run on the stage.
No, Rocky, you don't understand. You've got to get it. It's the key to everything.
I'll check with my heart after the set.
The kids are helping us, Rocky.
I'll check with my heart. Have a good show.
You can hear the roar of the crowd as the MC for this event is at sort of a central table. So if you imagine the two stages, the crowd between, and then like a pedestal where the judges are seated in the middle of everything. And we see a snake. A tail? A sentient snake tail. The sentient snake tail and manager of the three-headed musical sensation, DJ Chimera. This snake-headed tail is wearing a little headset with a mic extension and a little kerchief around their neck, and they are chatting away, working the crowd. I hope you're all ready for the next round in our Battle of the Bands! The crowd is losing their minds. And as you are all setting up, we can see this long snake tail, as they're moving about this MC platform, is connected to the main body of DJ Chimera, their other two heads serving as some of the competition judges. We see a lion and a goat head sit atop their shoulders. They have one big bulky arm with a big lion paw hand, and then a slender and more feminine arm with long nails on the hand that resemble a hoof material, though they are painted with a dazzling shimmer polish. The goat head is typing away on a phone, looking somewhere between distracted and disinterested in anything going on, while the lion head is waving to the crowd and nodding along to what the snake is saying with a big toothy grin. The lion has bright teal shutter shades on and a white baseball cap tilted to the side and sparkling with crystal studs and gold trim, while the goat sports multiple shining earrings, along with hanging charms and jewel-studded accessories on their horns. And so, the snakehead, with their little headset, continues, and they say, Opening for this round, put your hands, claws, paws, and whatever else together for hot work. And across the way, we can see a group of dwarves, which in the Storyteller Squad universe, for those of you who are listening to this episode as a solo one-shot, dwarves in our world resemble a bit Cousin It, where they are very furry with big sort of saucer-sized dark eyes and little like dark furred hands. And yeah, they are set up on stage, and one of them gives a countdown. 1, 2, 3, 4. And they start to go into their set. And as they begin to play music, one of the dwarves starts their opening set by pouring a bunch of fluid onto them. And when they finish the first opening stanza, they then snap 2 fingers together and a little spark ignites, and then they are on fire. Just the liquid within their furry dwarven anatomy catching and sort of lighting them up. And all the other dwarves at that point also click 2 rings together and they light on fire. And now this flaming dwarf rock band is performing their set across the stage as you all get ready and in position on your stage across the way.
Oh, I can do that. I can totally do that. Hey, Rocky, I need flammable liquid.
I'll go in on a little microphone going into his headset and saying like, don't worry about that. I got something set up. Just please do not light yourself on fire, Ashleigh. Band, please make sure Ashleigh does not light himself on fire. I will take care of it. You're going to see Rocky kind of get into his roadie mode, and taking notes on what they have set up on their stage production is going to run through and basically set up those, those little like wacky inflatable guys that like shoots up and just makes stuff move.
Yep.
He's getting a bunch of red ones of those, and then a couple of them he's going to cut in half and then tape together a bunch of different colors so it looks like fire, and just kind of set those in front of each of the band members.
Nice. Okay.
And then with a little step pedal next to it and say like, when it gets to the part where they lit themselves on fire, just step on this. It'll make it look like it. Please, Ashleigh, stay away from anything flammable. Please. Have a good show. He runs back off stage.
You would know, Rocky, that Hotwork is notorious for this because dwarves work underground. They are a little heat resistant. They're able to light themselves on fire in this way and not actually damage their fur.
I wish I'd seen the set list. We would have got fire suits for you guys. That would have made so much. Okay. All right. Next time.
I think it'll be fun, Rocky. All right, everybody. And I'm going to, if I can attempt this, halfway through their song, I'm going to use the big entrance.
Just restart their song.
So that everybody who was watching them turns. Like, I'm going to try and get everyone's attention in such a way that everyone just stops watching them halfway through their song.
Oh my gosh.
So essentially, for the big entrance, it says, when you make a showy entrance into a dangerous situation, we'll consider this kind of a, this is where the stakes are, right?
Yeah, it's socially dangerous for you to break the conventions of the competition.
So I can essentially, on a 10 plus, everyone stops to watch and listen until you finish your opening speech.
Okay.
So I'm going to try and like start our set kind of early and just take all that attention away from this dwarf band.
Ooh, all right.
Could I add to that? With me being a sidekick, I have the ability Me Too. So if my hero makes a roll for a move, I can copy what they did.
Yep.
And I can either choose to roll myself or just use your die, I think, of whatever you rolled, Wes.
Okay.
So I'm just going to basically double down on what Ashleigh's doing.
Okay, yeah. So let's have Ashleigh roll first, and we'll see what the result is, and then you can step in.
Let's go.
Can I give him +1 by helping out? Because I actually also have that move.
Me Too, or the big entrance?
I have big entrance.
I'm pretty good there, Leaf. I think I did this. I got a 5 and a 6 on the die.
Oh, wow.
Amazing.
+3. So that's what, 14?
Yeah, insane. So here's what happens. As you see Hotwork going to town, they're playing one of their classic mellow indie rock songs. The fire is more of like an ambience. They're going for like a cozy kind of energy.
It's the Stardew Valley of rock music.
Yeah, big cottagecore band.
Yeah. These dwarves, their intricately braided beards and their furry hair spiked up and everything, just fire everywhere. It's dwarven. It's just cultural. You wouldn't understand.
Mumford and dwarves.
Yeah. But yeah, as you are like making final checks and hooking up and everything, Ashleigh, you look at your signature microphone, and just off stage, you see the glowing silver creature sort of clopping over on their 4 quadruped legs, and they peek their head out and see the dwarves performing, and then look around the stage and will sort of go and curl up around one of the speakers.
Oh.
On the dwarven one?
On your stage.
Oh, on our stage. It's curled around a speaker or like in front of the speaker?
It's just like curled around it. So it's like got its like 4 legs kind of like underneath itself, and its tail wraps around the speaker, and it's got its long serpentine head sort of just resting on top of the speaker. You can see like the 2 eyes and then like the silhouette shape of its horns and mane sort of splayed back.
I know you'd be back for me. I knew you'd come to help. And the instructions that Rocky gave me about how to initiate this pyro light show, I just feel it. Now's the time. Even though now is not the time. And I give Rocky a look.
Yep.
I think Rocky looks back and hears him say, "Now's the time." And I'm like, Ashleigh, mics aren't hot. Mics are coming hot. Mics are coming hot. Just switch everything and just push the board up to make everything on and live.
Yep.
And magically, I think I use this like uninhibited ability, and I cause all my bandmates to like step on their pedals at the same time.
Yep. Everyone's synced up.
To like light up, and like y'all's feet just like move by themselves as we jump into and pick up from where they left off. But it's like way more intense. So like
so much more cozy.
We cozify it so hard. People are turned around.
Can't be cozy without blankets.
Mm-hmm.
That's what our band has.
So everyone stops to watch and listen until you finish this song, essentially.
As you begin to riff on the song that the competition is playing, you see the creature wrapped around the speaker begin to glow a little brighter and resonate, and it adds the like lo-fi filter to whatever it is you are like singing and
noise.
producing. It's got that like rain sound effect, and then there's like also an extra guitar sound kind of just in the background, like noodling and playing along with you all.
It's plugins, the creature.
Love it.
So it definitely catches everyone in the crowd off guard because they are used to the standard thing of like they play a song and then we turn and look at the other group once it's their turn. But you've jumped ahead of the game a little bit here. And so the hot work dwarves see this and they're not going to let it go like unchallenged. They kind of just like do like an extended version of their song as you were like picking up in the middle. But it's clear that like a lot of people are like hearing like, oh, I've never thought that it would add like that kind of an effect to it. And they like turn. They're starting to pay attention to your group a lot more. You can see the lion head of DJ Chimera kind of lowers their shades and looks across at your group. Meanwhile, the goat head remains on their phone, kind of unimpressed. It may be like their ear flicks in that direction, but they don't like change their view. And the snake MC tail says, "Oh my, well, seems like Ashleigh and the Blankets are a little eager, but it's Battle of the Bands. People are ruthless out here, everyone." And so, yeah, you guys can play your set. I'm going to ask for an act under pressure from everyone as your band now performs and tries to impress the crowd with your performance.
All right. Should be a cool, right?
It is plus cool, yeah.
I forgot what my stats were, and then I just looked at it, and now I'm a little sad. I'm really sorry in advance.
So we want low numbers, right? That's what's good in this game.
It's okay, everybody. My die aren't failing me.
I got a 5.
That's a 5 from Act Under Pressure on Diana. Okay.
I rolled a 3.
A 3 from Leaf.
I can do better. I can do a 6. How's a 6
Oh, a
look?
6. Incredible.
Is that good?
Still a failure, but
Okay,
the
well,
highest one you can get.
A failure to some. That's a big success for Rocky.
I have a -1 cool, man.
Ashleigh, how'd we do?
I got a 9 plus 3. I got a 12.
Oh my god.
I can do no wrong today.
Ashleigh, you and the creature are carrying this performance. Everyone else is getting smacked in the face by the wacky flailing inflatable arm men. Rocky's having trouble balancing the levels because there's this fourth instrument or source of sound coming through the system.
Where's this plugin coming from? I don't see it over here. This wasn't on my workstation.
This isn't in the effects chain at all.
Yeah, Leaf, what's got you distracted? Is it just seeing the creature like add all this musical effect?
I think Leaf is just watching the creature.
Yeah.
Like,
It's kind of tapping its tail along to the beat you've got going. And Diana, you're flustered, or what's got you all out of shape for this performance?
Yeah, Diana's just like trying to figure out what's going on. She's also a little like confused because the audience is drinking like herbal tea just to like fit in with the coziness of what's going on. And normally it's like a hard seltzer crowd, so she's just a little like, what is going on? She's so flustered that she's like maybe hitting a couple wrong notes on the keyboard too. But like somehow it kind of fits in, so like a sharp 4.
Yeah, sure.
It's like a fun.
Ooh.
Yeah. Ooh.
Ooh, yeah.
She's jazzing, but like not jazzing too hard.
Yep. Well, unfortunately, it's not a great showing from Ashleigh and the Blankets. As you finish out the set, Hot Work also finishes the song that they've sort of just been like literally on the spot ad-libbing to keep it going longer so that they're at least playing at the same time as you for the rest of this little bit. And I think the MC, God, I should have named the different heads, but they're all DJ Chimera. So DJ Chimera, the snake part, just says, okay, well, that was unconventional. Let's turn to the judges and see what they think. We'll go down the line of judges. First up is the lion head. And they say, hey guys, so I really admire your guts. You've all got a lot of heart, and you just jumped the gun a little bit this round. But I mean, everything was, well, all right, it was a little not what we're used to from you, but the sound you had, really unique sound you were chasing just now. Maybe just refine that a little before you take it live again, or play it. What do we think? And they turn to their other head, and the goat just says, right, well, that was abysmal. I think I won't mince words. Your mix was all over the place. You interrupted the other band, and somehow also nearly all of you had technical mistakes. I mean, we've come to expect so much more from you. You're usually at least a solid imitation, but even that was off this time. And the lion sort of winces. Ooh, harsh. Sorry, guys. The judges are not loving it yet. Let's move on to the others on our panel. We cut down to the third judge, Chapel Gnome, who's this little gnome with a full face of makeup with very bright eyeshadow and a big red curly wig. And then on top of that tall red wig is a big like pointed wizard hat with like little mushrooms and lichen and moss sort of sticking off of it. And she says,
Well, it sounded to me like everyone was having fun, and I'm loving the vibe, but yeah, I mean, you gotta follow the rules of the competition. And especially you gotta nail it if you take a big risk like that, and it feels like maybe you didn't. I guess. You know?
Then we go to the final judge on the panel where we see Lily Thade. Again, one of the like front runners of this festival and the competition. Lily Thade is built like OnlyFans and Hot Topic designed a spokesperson.
Oh.
I can see it now.
Her hair is pink and teal with decorated beaded braids on the side of her head, and the rest teased up into like a very classic scene look, with like the bangs hanging over one eye. Mm-hmm. And then also what are probably extensions that give her like lengthy wavy blonde hair in back that trails and comes around her neck and mid-back. She has a heart painted in glitter over the eye that is not covered by the bangs, and she's got a very revealing crop top that sports a cleavage cutout and short jeans. The cold does not seem to bother her. And then pastel rainbow fishnets and like opalescent platform heels, which she's got kicked up on the table. She has her legs crossed and just like sitting back in her chair. And she reaches out, takes the mic, and she says, I mean, it was like good, but then like I was kind of obsessed with the initial start of the vibe, but then actually like in the middle bit there, I started to wanted to die because I was falling asleep, but then something happened and it was like really exciting, but like in like sort of an unexpected way, and I don't think we're here for that. So I don't know, I'm sort of on the fence, but also I definitely didn't like that group, but you know, they have something maybe. There's like a little special something going on. We'll see in the next round maybe. Impress me then.
So this entire time, Ashleigh has not been listening. Ashleigh has been like waving to the crowd.
Oh yeah, signing autographs.
Pointing at people, and like leaning down and signing autographs. And then so Ashleigh doesn't hear a thing, and Ashleigh just says, yes, thank you. It was perfect. Appreciate all of you so much. Oh, that was so kind. So kind. All of you, every single one points at the goat. Every single one of you. Fantastic. We'll be back later. See you next round, everybody. Yeah. Good job, everyone. Well done. And it just kind of like walks off stage with everybody else.
The flailing inflatable thing just it's almost to the ground.
I think Rocky is in between trying to make sure all of the things deflate properly, has a little notebook out and is writing down all the feedback to know like what to change levels and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Got it. Knocked out. It was just like going through and giving feedback notes about the feedback of like, all right, I think they heard the wrong song, but okay, that's fine. We'll get them on the next one. We know what to change now. They can listen to this. They know what mids sound like, so that's good enough. And so we don't have to push those next time.
Amazing. And you guys have finished your first round. Now, luckily, this is not you lose a round and you get knocked out of the competition. It's just sort of a points-based thing, and you're awarded a score after each set, which will cumulatively lead to whoever is picked as the winner.
How many points do we have now?
This is one that's sort of towards the end of the festival. You guys have been playing against a lot of these bands throughout the course of the event. And I think this is probably the first time you've done notably poorly. So your average is pretty decent.
Okay, cool.
But this is like a setback due to some unforeseen circumstances and some odd happenings on stage.
I think it was the water. That's on me, guys.
That was perfect, everybody. Leaf, you held it down. Diana, brilliant as always. I was hearing all those little dissonant notes. It was fantastic. Rocky, your timing was perfect. The mix was beautiful. Great show, everybody. As Ashleigh is talking, Ashleigh's like getting lower and lower in this like kind of sofa chair that he's sitting in.
Mm-hmm.
And by the end of his talking, he's out cold.
Just passed out, asleep. Amazing.
He cozied too hard.
Leaf, the creature, unwinds itself from the speaker and sort of followed you all off stage and is now just standing behind you, next to you. Occasionally, their like tail will like sweep by your leg.
So you really don't see this at all?
No.
No, it's a second bass guitar.
Okay.
I don't see anything else that's there. Ashleigh's asleep. I flip out a blanket and kind of throw it over. And I don't know what you're talking about. Could you describe it more, maybe? Or
Well, it's kind of glowing, so it's kind of hard to pick out some of the details, but it's got fluff or feathers, and it's got one brown eye, and the other one's kind of like glowing amber, I guess. I cannot believe you don't see. It was curled up around the speaker. That was making the whole lo-fi thing happen.
was that what that was? I was nowhere in my workstation. I was trying to figure out where that sound was coming from. Is it here? And then Rocky's just going to move his hands out in that general area to see if he feels and or goes through anything.
Leaf, you can see Rocky's hands kind of passing through. And as they do, they look kind of like staticky, but they're just sort of like passing through the creature.
What?
And it seems unbothered by this. But yeah, you don't feel anything, Rocky.
I mean, your hands are going through it right now.
So the air is what you've been describing?
Okay.
Diana's going to quickly chime in and say, Leaf, I think you're just looking at lights.
Did you stare too hard at the inflatable things? It's supposed to mimic fire. You're not really supposed to stare into those for too long.
They do this sometimes. I think this is just one of those episodes.
Okay.
I feel like Leaf and the creature kind of do like look at each other.
Rocky and Diana are just hardcore gaslighting poor Leaf.
Here's what I'll say, Rocky. As someone who knows the bands here in the competition, you know there's quite a few bands here who are made up of supernatural persons, like Hot Work, the Dwarven Band, like the Shortest Jacks, who is a gnome group. There's Regina the Spectre. You know, there's plenty of paranormal performers here at this event. And maybe you could ask one of them for assistance or an opinion on what might be going on.
Okay.
There is sort of a green tent in place of a green room here at the festival where the different bands can just go and sort of mingle with the different performers and network or chat between sets.
Okay, well, maybe we could see if one of these other bands might be able to help myself and Diana see what you're seeing, maybe. Let's go to the green tent and see what we can find. You're going to see him walk behind the big sofa pillow that Ashleigh's laying on and kind of squat down facing away from it and put on 2 shoulder straps as he picks it up. It's like a really big backpack that keeps the little beanbag chair comfortable.
Oh, I love that.
But it's just like one of those carrying backpacks that lets Ashleigh just stay there asleep. Because Ashleigh weighs like, what, 2 pounds?
Yeah. Yep.
An empty Pringles can and a thing of pocket lint.
Exactly. It's just like, let's go.
As Ashleigh is like out on the pillow, Rocky's picking him up. I'm going to use magic, and I'm going to attempt to communicate with something that does not share a language with me.
Ooh, okay.
I'm trying to do this in this like dreamlike state.
Ah, okay, yeah.
Leaf, you're getting pulled into this.
Is Ashleigh gonna snore in like C sharp?
So Ashleigh is there and kind of begins to levitate a little bit, like off the beanbag pill. You feel Ashleigh's very minimal weight lessen even more, and Ashleigh begins to levitate.
Oh, this light beanbag is lighter than before.
And Leaf, you start levitating as well. And I'm gonna roll, kind of see where this goes. That's a 4.
Oh boy.
And a 5.
Okay.
So that's a 9. And then I'm rolling on weird, right?
Yep.
So 11.
Okay, you're trying to communicate with something you do not share a language with. And you're in the dream space. Ooh, spicy. Okay, Ashleigh, you have stumbled into the dream realm, which in this setting is a realm where thought and belief and imagination are powerful forces that dictate the form and shape things take here. So I think if what is your aim here with this magic you're performing? Maybe half asleep doing it, but what are you thinking?
So Ashleigh has no idea this is happening.
Yeah.
Ashleigh's just out. But Ashleigh kind of finds himself in this dream space. Oh, this is really nice. I feel at peace. I feel calm. Oh, hey, Leaf.
Leaf, you are there standing in this strange warping. It's like someone took the space you were just standing in the real world, threw a desaturate filter and then like a tie-dye filter over it. Everything's just like twinkling lights and moving around. And the only things that are constant are the creature, which is unchanged and maintaining its form in this space, and probably Ashleigh, though they might look even more perfect than they attempt to maintain in the physical world. I imagine Ashleigh's self-image is pretty pristine and zeroed in.
Yeah. Leaf, would you like to do the honors and speak to this creature for me? Because while I think they were trying to help us out, I think that they may have gotten under Rocky's skin a little bit. So I'm having some feelings toward this creature at the moment. So if you want to speak to it, you can, because I'm not talking to it right now. Actually, could you deliver a message to it, please?
Yeah, sure.
All right, Leaf. The message I want to deliver to this creature is, how dare you? Go ahead. Go, Leaf. Go. If you can.
I think Leaf fully has a minute when they first get pulled into this of just like, something was in that water. I am tripping. I'm losing my mind right now.
Yeah. Weird things seem to happen around your cousin. It's just, they've got a thing.
Wacky psychedelic dreamscape. It's fine.
Yeah.
I'm floating literally and metaphorically, and it's fine.
Yeah. What's Leaf's self-image of themselves like?
I think Leaf looks pretty much the same.
Mm-hmm.
They really just gotta go with whatever's going on.
Yep.
And very much is just like, listen, I moved here recently. This stuff is all new. I always knew Ashleigh was kind of odd, but this is something else.
Mm-hmm.
Like, our judge is a chimera. But I think when Ashleigh gives the message of just like, how dare you, and moves on, Leaf just kind of does like the look at each other with the creature again. It's just like, well, you got that?
I think you get not words, but sort of a feeling, a sense of like, I had fun playing with you.
I mean, I'm glad you made us sound better. Ashleigh just kind of started, and we had to go with it. So you made us sound better. What are you doing here, friend? I'm guessing you were a friend. I mean, you helped us, so.
You get a strong sense of curiosity and sort of a sense of like, I'm learning.
You're learning. Cool. Do you have a name? I feel like you need a name.
They tilt their head. You get sort of an emptiness, like they don't know what that means. But they do then look away from you and Ashleigh in like a different direction, and they say, "Ooh, I smell food. I'm hungry." And they start to like walk away from you.
Oh, okay. Goodbye.
Leaf, did they apologize? Did they apologize, Leaf?
Sure.
Good. Okay.
They just seem curious.
Next time, you better do better. Because Rocky told me afterwards that we didn't actually win.
The creature sort of turns its serpent-like head back towards you, Ashleigh. And you do get, because this is magic, you're casting a sense of like, we'll do better next time. Gotta eat food first. Hungry.
Okay.
And then it continues to like clap away into the psychedelic twisting version of the park.
Ashleigh's body goes limp back on the pillow, and Leaf is released from whatever this spell that Ashleigh cast was.
It's like that Stranger Things where they float in the air.
Yeah,
Exactly. Just like awkward, not scary.
Leaf gets released from this and Leaf just falls over. Like,
yep. If you sit up Leaf, you can see the creature heading off towards where like the food truck circle is set up.
Hey, Rocky, what was in the water?
Well, again, depending on which bottle it was that you took from me, it could be a multitude of things. So,
Can I investigate a mystery?
Yeah.
Cool.
What's Diana looking for?
So should I, out of the questions that are listed here, should I ask and then roll? Is that helpful? Or
Roll and then see what you can ask. Because you might have one question, you might have two.
Okay, cool. 7.
Okay. With a 7, you can hold 1, which means ask one question on the list.
Okay, cool. From Diana's perspective, she's watching Ashleigh and Leaf speak about and to a creature that she and Rocky cannot see. And so she's sort of realizing, okay, wasn't the lights. Probably. So the description of this creature is basically that it's just glowing. And that's it.
Yeah. There's silhouette, but there's no like, you can't make out the texture, like what kind of skin it has, what its color is. Yeah.
Yeah. What is being concealed here? Because she's starting to sort of realize that this creature is also maybe concealing itself.
You're aware, because of the prevalence of paranormal stuff in the world these days, that many types of folk and spirits can glamour themselves to be not seen by mundane folk. Mundane people, I should say. Folk generally can see each other regardless of their glamours. Folk being the like generalized term for like any magical person or intelligent creature. So you imagine that like it could be that they both had some bad water, or that there is something that's been sort of interacting with your group, but like you say, masking its presence from general observation.
Okay, that is good information. So Diana's going to turn to Rocky. So I think what's happening here is there's some sort of creature. It's hiding. But I think the questions that we need to be asking ourselves here is, sure, why is it here? But also, specifically, why was this band, out of all these bands here, chosen to play with us? Because this creature, if I'm understanding correctly, it just wants to play with us. It wants to create music with us. Why this group? Why specifically Ashleigh and the Blankets?
I would think it's because of how talented you guys are. That, I mean, anyone would kill to be up on the stage with you guys. That makes sense to me.
Obviously, yes, talent alone. But
like, are you mean like on a magical sense why they would want to?
Yeah, because like there's a set of dwarves that just lit themselves on fire. Like that's pretty cool. Our music is better, obviously, auditory-wise, yes.
Of course.
Visually, let's just keep it 100 here.
Sure.
So I'm just...
If I had time for the suits, I would say we'd be on par, but I didn't have prep time.
It's all good. Look, we all need to have a David Byrne moment. I totally understand. But like, I think this is the question that we need to be asking is, if we can figure out why, maybe we can help whatever this situation is.
Okay. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Quick checklist on the group here, and I'll tap Ashleigh to kind of wake him up a little bit. Has anyone touched any weird artifacts, magical glyphs, wards, enchantments of any kind that would bestow a curse upon us and our kinship?
Did someone go to Scotland, take something from Stonehenge? You know.
Anything like that. Just kind of going over the brief checklist of, it's kind of like a flow chart that he has in his notebook that he flips out. And it's like, if this, then, but it's figuring out if we have been cursed and or blessed with something. Anyone do any favors for any mythical or magical beings that we should or should not be aware of? Can we say their names? Should we not say our names currently? What are some of the things we need to be worried about?
Everyone, gather round. Hold my hands.
You are 3 feet off the ground on my back currently on your little pillow.
Everyone, grab onto me. Grab on. Even you, Diana. Come on.
Oh boy.
You have all touched a blessed being now. So I think that answers your question, right, Rocky?
No, if anything, he scratches one part of his list out and makes another branch off where it's like, has now touched everyone in the group. Of like, what? This isn't...
Perfect.
You're not helping.
Now we have all been blessed and we can move on with our lives.
Okay, great.
Where's our friend?
Oh, is it not here now?
I walked away to get food.
You can kind of still see it like disappearing amongst the crowd. I mean, its snaky head is like above general people height. So it's just sort of like moving between the crowd, looking at different food trucks and things.
It's just periscoping.
Ashleigh full stands on top of the big bag chair that is also on top of Rocky. And looks over the crowd to find the creature.
Oh my god.
Ashleigh, you gotta warn me if you're standing up. That's not safe for you.
Oh, here's the thing, Rocky. Perhaps if we were to actually have it sign the contracts that you made all of us sign, perhaps it would be officially a part of the band and it wouldn't be problematic anymore.
I love that Ashleigh jumped to let's recruit this creature.
I mean, mainly that contract was just so that we were all liable for the U-Haul and it wasn't just on me if we didn't get it back. But if we needed to sign, sure. It was just more for moving equipment. But if you think that'll work, I trust you. So to the food trucks?
It just stands up, pointing. I mean, at this point, I think I'm like 10 feet in the air, just pointing at where the creature is headed.
Getting like Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy energy, like, away!
Are you ratatouing Rocky right now?
No, Rocky, left,
Okay.
Rocky, right.
All right. You said you right now?
I'm just pointing and standing up on this beanbag chair.
It's just a larger, more awkward Yoda telling Rocky where to go.
This really is.
Absolutely.
I'm trying to think if there'd be a move to get through easier because I'm balancing an entire human on my back.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. Could I? No, I was going to say, can I kick some ass to get through this crowd? But I feel like that's a bit too much. I just use my moshing abilities to get through straight to the food truck.
Oh my goodness. I mean, there's enough like traffic flow here that like with direction, you're able to kind of keep track of where this thing is going.
All right, elbows are loaded though. I'm ready if anyone approaches.
No, get them.
There is something very funny about you moshing through a cozy concert. That's chaos, and I kind of love it.
Hey, we all get comfortable in different ways. That's just
That's true. You got to stretch out.
I mean, I get it.
Yeah, okay. Are all of you going to follow the creature, or does some of you want to go off to the other parts of the festival? It's fine to stay together. It's fine to split up.
I can't see it, so I'm just going to follow Rocky.
and I can't see it. I'm following a voice above me, a voice from the heavens.
Sure.
I'll go with, but I'd like to use a move if possible.
Mm-hmm.
I have something. If you're wondering why Leaf is so baffled by all of this, it's because I'm playing the mundane. Leaf is just a guy. So the mundane has a move called Oops, which is if you want to stumble across something important, tell the keeper. So I think Leaf is going with the group and is going to pull an Oops as we're heading over to get food.
Okay.
/ following our friend.
Oops, baby.
Is there a roll with that move, or you just get to activate it whenever?
It just says, if you want to stumble across something important, tell the keeper. You will find something important and useful, although not necessarily related to your immediate problems.
Okay.
You got a $2 bill. Let's go.
Yeah.
Hey, yo!
You deal with it, keeper. That's such a power move. Improv
Okay.
something right now.
They should really just call that yes and instead of
So as you're making your way through the crowd along with the rest of your group, and you just performed, you probably should get something to eat. And you see the creature has stopped in front of one of these food trucks, which has a bunch of like little sunflowers painted on the side and some like what look like daffodils painted along the wheel hubs. It has a sign that says Hicks Fix up the top. And there's this kind of older lady with graying hair tied up in a sort of messy, curly bun with a hairnet. And she's at the window handing out orders to people. And it's sort of an eclectic mix of different sort of fusion sandwiches. There's like a banh mi, but it's on like a ciabatta with like a jam spread.
Oh,
Well, like a savory kind of a thing.
a peanut buttered tofu sandwich.
They push the boundaries, and that's what we like about it.
Added pickled cabbage for fun.
Yeah, a little texture. Yeah.
Diana hasn't eaten in years, so it's fine.
No. If you think Diana doesn't exist exclusively on Soylent, you're wrong.
Yeah. Monster energy and or cryptid energy drink and
Yeah, coconuts and Soylent. That's it.
yeah, you see there's a guy with a dark bandana who's taking orders, and he sort of shouts out, he's like, "Hey, what can I do for you, bud? You look a little hungry. You looking a little thin there. Like you could blow away." Calling out to Ashleigh in the chair.
Ashleigh doesn't realize I think he's looking around.
Mm-hmm.
I think just beyond this food cart, Ashleigh sees Lily, like in the distance. And that kind of snaps him out of the search for this creature. And then he's like, hey, Rocky?
Yep, you need to order your food.
Do you have any money? Mine's back in the tent.
Yes, of course. Yeah. What do you want is the important. That's the stage we're at. We're not paying yet.
Oh, of course. Well, I generally don't like to decide too much for myself. You know that, Rocky. But I'm thinking something that might feel like hope and something that might feel like raisins.
I look back to the guy at the window.
Hope and raisins.
Do they have any hope-feeling raisins?
You have hope raisins on the menu?
They've got some like caramelized maple bacon wrapped dates.
We'll just tell them it's raisins. Yeah, go 2 of those. And then Diana, Soylent here, I guess? Or
I'll take
what?
one Soylent, please. Thank you so much.
One Soylent unit. And then Leaf, what's looking good to you?
I'll just take like a BLT if you got it. Just like
Yeah, I mean, we're not really a scratch kitchen sort of thing, but I can whip up something for you. You guys get the entertainer badges on, so yeah, whatever you need, we're happy to provide. All right, BLT, something green, and some bacon wrapped dates. Absolutely, we'll put that together for you.
Raisins. He said raisins, Ashleigh. That was just dates is a different word in this region.
Oh, it's my accent. I'm from Maryland, bro. It's all right.
Can you add some more hope on top of them? That would be fantastic.
I mean, a date just sort of hopes to be a raisin, so I feel like it's covered.
Yeah, no, I got some miso paste. You know, just took it up a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Bing bang boom. Yeah, you have a good time.
Smells like hope.
It's life. I'm adding life to your food, man.
Great. Hey, Rocky, can I get down now?
You could have at any point. You're not really that high off the ground. You can just hop off if you need to.
It seems high up.
This entire time, it's just been zoomed in on just Rocky's face and just Ashleigh's face. And then you realize that, like, Ashleigh's only, like, just like a small step down.
It's like a really glorified piggyback ride.
Still worried about twisting an ankle from a fall that high, but
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's hilarious.
you can hop off if you'd like and go talk to Lily.
Rocky's gonna turn a little lever on the beanbag chair and it's gonna like vacuum pack and suck into just being a backpack.
Oh, it's like an inflatable thing.
Yeah.
Man, Yogi Bo, get at us.
Rocky's an artificer is what Rocky is.
I do what I can.
Okay. Leaf and Rocky and Diana, you can wait for your food from Ellie Hicks's food truck. The creature is like sniffing at the food, Leaf. They definitely seem interested. And Diana, you're given dried out seaweed squares with like parsley sprinkled over it.
what they say Soylent Green was.
There's maybe a little like dollop of wasabi and like an avocado slice. And Brad's like, so I didn't really get what you meant. If there's like some other food truck in here, you've been here before, but this is what we got. It's green. Have fun.
Diana's gonna take this. She still has her coconut. There's still like a little bit of coconut juice in there. She's gonna put everything in the coconut and mash it with her straw and mix and just go for it.
Of Diana, I think I saw your girlfriend. Will we fade?
Ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, that's what I said, your girlfriend.
You're forgetting the word before the word.
Okay. Anyway, I saw her off in the distance a little bit, but I just wanted to see how you're doing with all that because I know that you're a bit upset about your friend.
Let's unpack that. Why would I be upset about someone who is my friend or my girlfriend if perhaps they are an ex-girlfriend?
Well, because, and I didn't notice at the time, but Rocky was saying that our performance was a bit
transcendent?
Rocky. And I did fantastic, obviously.
Obviously.
But I did overhear Rocky. And every time he says Rocky, he says it like he thinks Rocky can't hear him. Every time.
Meanwhile, he's standing there holding the plate of dates for you to pick from.
Yeah. I'm handing Leaf their food. I'm holding the 2 dates that are wrapped.
Oh my God.
I'm taking the food from Rocky while I'm talking about Rocky. And clearly it's not anything that Rocky said. I'm just saying it to make it sound like it was Rocky who said it. I just feel like perhaps if there was a different judge, that maybe you wouldn't have added so many fourths. I just thought it was maybe 1 too many, or 2, or 5.
How many did you count?
There was several, and I'm just checking in to see if that was the reason or if there's something else to happen.
You didn't think the fourths were tasteful.
Diana.
Ashleigh.
Listen, I'm trying to do a good thing, and check in on you.
Uh-huh.
I'm the good person here.
Okay.
Okay. You're sounding a little defensive, if I'm being honest. Rocky, isn't she sounding a bit defensive?
Leaf, how's your sandwich?
Yeah, Rocky, why don't you give us your opinion on this situation between Ashleigh and I?
So I think what Ashleigh might be trying to say here, and not me in any way, is he might be worried that you're distracted. You performed fine, in my opinion. But if Ashleigh's hearing something different, again, no bad notes. I show my notebook that just says like everyone gold stars next to everyone's names. It's like perfect. Could do no wrong.
Here's an important question just for Rocky specifically. Is each page already pre-loaded with gold stars next to everyone's name?
I just fill in the name of like who I'm assigning the stars to for the day.
Yeah.
Just in case we get like a new friend or something.
You walk around with a notebook with a page of stars.
Yeah, you never know.
Oh, that's so incredible.
It's very important.
Gotta be ready. That's like rule number 1 in roadie school. Be ready for anything.
I'm just saying, Diana, you are almost the best musician in this band.
Well,
So for that reason, I want to check in with you because if one of us is the best musician and then one of us is almost the best musician in the band, and we aren't fully lined up, fully locked in together, right? Then perhaps we just need to do better. So I just want to make sure that everything that you're dealing with is going to be taken care of by our next show.
So I hear you, Ashleigh. I appreciate the unsolicited feedback.
Thank you. Yes.
Of course. This is the type of relationship that we have established as musicians, and this is important for us to be able to talk in these ways to each other. I may not be the best musician in the band, but I do play the most instruments, and I think that should be noted just in terms of talent. Sometimes it's about more instruments than you play than your proficiency on them. I think it's important to acknowledge that.
Rocky, can you take a note of that?
Yeah, quantity over quality.
Quantity over quality.
Because she said it needed to be noted. So if you could.
If it could be on just one page of gold stars with my name attached to it, that would be awesome.
Got it.
For most instruments played, that would be appreciated. Secondly, I think it's safe to say, Ashleigh, we can only be as good as our singer, and our singer has been distracted by a mythical creature that I can't see.
Nor I.
As you're speaking, Ashleigh is giving you this. Yes, absolutely, and is slowly inserting Rocky between you and I.
I'm facing like perpendicular.
Yeah, just like slowly, just kind of going behind. So you're kind of talking over Rocky at Ashleigh.
We were talking in a circle.
and at some point, Ashleigh is walking away with a BLT, and Ashleigh's eating Leaf's BLT.
Ashleigh's walking away with half of a BLT because Leaf was just quietly feeding it to the creature while this was going on.
So I take half, and the creature takes half.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Leaf will get a sandwich later, it's fine.
Oh, poor Leaf.
Rocky's gonna reach into his little utility belt thing and open up a little ice cooler lunchbox compartment and pull out a secondary sandwich. This always happens. Sorry, Leaf.
It's fine.
While Diana is laying into Rocky.
Oh.
I think while this is all happening, we're gonna cut away from the band for a quick second. And we get over to Lily Fade,
Oh no.
who's standing there on her phone. The members of Magical Operation Neon are sort of surrounding her and occupying the fans who are sort of screaming in like a cordoned area as they're like trying to get her attention. But she's taking her call. Through the din of the crowd, we can hear her saying, "What are you talking about? There's like something here. I have to steal it." And the voice on the other line says, "It's a powerful source of energy. I'm gonna need you to go after it. Top priority, Miss Thade." Ugh, but I'm like in the middle of a thing, and if it like doesn't go well, then like my number is gonna dip, and like I know it doesn't really matter. It's not the game we're in. We're like after souls or whatever. But like if I don't get the numbers, how am I gonna continue with my like long con thing that I'm doing here? Like you don't understand, Azzy. And the voice on the phone says, "Lily, you've been very hardworking. I can't argue with your numbers, but this thing, it puts that festival you're playing around with to shame. Get it, and it won't matter if not a single person walks away." Fine. You know you're my favorite. I'll do anything for you. Get to work. See about recruiting some new talent while you're at it. Okay, I'll do my best. Love you. Bye. Click. And we see as she sort of brushes some of her bangs out of her face, she sees you approaching, Ashleigh.
Oh, will we fade?
Mr. Adams, what a pleasure. I have to say, I'm like obsessed with your whole look. Like, where did you get this jacket? If you don't tell me, I might drop dead this instant. Like, just put me 6 feet under if I cannot purchase this jacket in the next 3 minutes.
Willie, do you know the gentleman?
Full stop.
That sounds exclusive. You must dash.
So, the gentleman has an ant.
I'm following.
And this ant is very small. And if you follow the ant out the door next to the gentleman is somebody who lives outside the gentleman's store. And if you go to that person, they will know that I stole this jacket from them.
Oh, you're bad. I love that. Listen, I have to say, what you did during the last round of the competition, unconventional, but I kind of love it. Like, I couldn't say that publicly, but, it's sort of like I have to have the image, but then there's like what I think, and I trust you with my real thoughts, Ashleigh Adams. You seem like a really genuine performer.
Well, I sometimes will do things for the sake of the art itself, right? As I'm sure you would too.
Absolutely. It's all about the art, all about the performance, honestly. I mean, well, for me, it's a little bit about the art and then a little bit about the fame and then mostly about the adoration. I just love being loved,
Doesn't it feel so good?
It's like the best feeling ever.
Sometimes people, I keep trying to tell people this, that being loved is like so great. But like some people aren't as loved as I am, perhaps. But I think that makes them a little bit sad, don't you think, Willie?
I think it must be hard for them to be not as adored as you and I. I could see you going places after this festival, honestly. You have such a gift.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we'll do somewhere else. I'd have to talk to Rocky about where we're going afterward. We'll definitely be going somewhere.
So I have something to actually ask you about. Do you mind? Just a little something between us, right? That thing, which was sort of helping with your last performance?
Well, I don't know about helping, but we didn't ask it to. Honestly, I tried. I tried to get him as a backup singer, but they just kind of do their own thing.
Right. Well, I would be very interested in meeting it. Here's the thing, Ashleigh. Last-minute additions to your band lineup is not really part of the rules, and it could get you disqualified, which, of course, I would never. And I am happy to keep this little bending of the rules between you and I as long as I get a one-on-one with your newest member.
Well, Willie, I again, they're not a member of the band. We haven't signed any contracts, no deals, no royalties are going to them. We haven't struck up a licensing agreement. Rocky hasn't worked up all the paperwork already that I asked him to write up for this creature. But I mean, if you want to say hello, I could probably arrange it for you. Absolutely.
That would be incredible. People I know are dying to be in touch.
Oh, fantastic. Well, I will go tell your girlfriend that we'll set up that meeting. And why are you looking like that?
Do tell Diana I say hello.
Oh, absolutely I will. In fact, she's right there. Point over to Diana.
Pointing at the food truck circle.
If you want to come with me, we can go say hi together if you want to.
Oh, I'm just so busy. I have so much work to do between sets, but I'll see you for the next round of the competition.
Don't you have a person to do your work for you?
A lot of things take a personal touch. A little bit of lily magic, if you know what I mean. She takes one of her long, very decorated nails and sort of just starts to write out something in the air. And you can see it's a very intricately designed little heart loop-de-loop kind of thing. And she flicks it and it sort of starts to float towards you, this glowing pink cursive heart.
Ashleigh is going to turn around with the jacket and kind of catch the heart. And he doesn't know that he's doing it, but he's kind of in his head thinking keep it. And it's going to actually imprint itself on the back of the jacket.
Okay.
So it's whatever this heart shape is kind of catches itself in the jacket.
Yep.
Oh, that looks very nice. Yes, thank you. Very, very good.
Interesting. You're really a talent. We'll have to talk later. I must be going, though. There's a lot to set up for the finale later on this evening.
Okay. just gonna walk back to his group.
Everyone else, while Ashleigh's having this one-on-one conversation with Lily Thade, Leaf, I think someone approaches you as you are feeding the creature the other half of your BLT and having Rocky go order you a replacement lunch. It's this woman with unnaturally white hair and very dark, sunken eyes with like dark makeup that sort of just drips down her cheeks. Very intensely goth look to her. And she's got a dark shirt. It's got one of the bands on it. Alchemical Romance. It's just like a bunch of circles and runes and things.
Amazing.
And she's got what looks like a very large, like an actual like orchestral bass case slung over her back. And then just some like faded gray, ripped up jeans and Converse. And she is watching you and the creature very intently. And then she says, "Hey, who's your friend?"
You mean Diana or Rocky? Because Rocky just walked away. I mean, I could go introduce him if you want, but, he's getting lunch.
You see her eyes, there's like a sheen of like a pale blue ghostly wisp in them for a moment. No, the one you're feeding.
Oh, you could see it too. Cool. Kind of showed up. Seems friendly. Just kind of hanging out with us.
The creature, as it's chewing and sort of scarfing down bits of bread and lettuce, looks at this person speaking to you, and these little like rounded ear parts of their silhouette kind of flip back a little bit, like they're maybe feeling a bit nervous. And it takes a few steps so that it's behind you, Leaf, and kind of like peers at this person from over your shoulder. Seems a little skittish.
Yeah, why are you asking about little friend here? It's still weird that you can see it. I thought I was losing my mind today, but I guess that's reassuring, or maybe not.
Depends on how much of it you lose. You know what? Sorry, I should be off the clock. I'll leave you two to your sandwich. And she just kind of looks at this creature with like a very curious expression until a tall guy with sort of like dusty blonde hair and a neatly trimmed but like close shaved beard comes over. He's got like a different shirt on celebrating chili ice fish, which is like a little mermaid logo and an iceberg. Hey, all right. So I know you're probably just going to douse this in hot sauce, but I got you Chicago style. Hope that's all right. And he notices her just staring straight ahead. What's going on, Hillary? She says, "You don't see it, do you?" See what? Oh, hey, you were on stage earlier. That was a pretty nice set.
Thanks.
The woman looks to her partner and then looks at the creature again. She says, "It's probably nothing. We can go." And he gives like a little, "All right, well, you folks have a good day now." And the two of them walk off into the crowd. The creature seems to calm down once she and this guy walk away from you.
You okay, little buddy?
Their eyes are just sort of, the pupils are super dilated as they watch that figure leave.
Okay, why don't we get Rocky, head back to the tent, get you some water, and calm down? Do you want more sandwich? Because Rocky's getting another sandwich.
You say more sandwich and their little ears kind of perk up and they're like, and like nuzzle against your shoulder.
Okay, we'll ask Rocky to meet us at the tent with more sandwich.
And Leaf will like pop back over to Rocky, be like, "Hey, I'm heading back to the tent. You just bring the sandwich with you. Find my cousin."
Of course, yeah. Let me go find Ash. I'll meet you guys back at the tent.
All right. Rocky heads off looking for Ashleigh. Leaf goes back to the tent. Diana, you're kind of left here alone.
Yeah.
Anything you want to do?
How much time until our next performance?
A few minutes. You get like 15, 20.
There's no way for me to like sense this creature at all. Like I'm just like in my own world here, right?
You think that if you wanted to see something like this, you'd either need someone who, really understands magic to help you, or to have like some outside help in getting you some way of seeing this invisible thing.
Okay. I want to use net friends. So I'm going to post to like a friends only Instagram stories and ask about if anyone is at the festival that might have a little bit of experience with magical creatures that can disguise itself through cloaking, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
For net friends, a lot of people on the internet, when you contact a net friend to help you, I can roll a +2 my charm stat. So
Sure. Why don't you roll 2d6 plus your charm, and we'll see who you're able to contact.
5.
5?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
I will remind you that you have a point of luck, which you could spend to make this a full 12 success, if you'd really like this to be a thing that works for you.
Let's do it.
Okay. You post in this friends only, and I think you get a bunch of at first it's a bunch of wave emojis. I'm like, oh my God, hi. Oh my God, you're here. Oh my God, your last set.
Yeah.
And I think it's a bunch of friends of yours who are also here as performers. Like they're other folks either in the competition or just on, the list of people performing throughout the weekend. And you get a message from, I'll say they're nicknamed in your phone as Flor, just Flor. But it is Florendriel and the Elven Artifacts lead singer.
Incredible.
She's an elf,
Okay, cool.
And she says, saw that creature on stage with you. That what you're having trouble with? Come find me. I can help you out.
Cool. I'm going to go find Flor.
Okay. They're probably at the, like I mentioned, there's the green tent, the talent area where people can just mingle, chat with each other, decompress, just get away from their bandmates if they need to separate for a little bit.
Relate?
Yeah. And you come into the tent and you see Flor is in one corner of an area of a few couches, and there's other elven people there. They're fanning her with ferns. There's a couple of her other band members there who are also there as elves, and they're eating grapes on vines and strumming harps and things.
Mm-hmm. Incredible.
And she's just there noodling away on an acoustic guitar, and she looks up. She says, "Oh, Diana, it's been so long. Come sit with us."
Happily.
How are you? Seemed like things were going a little roughly on that last set.
Why does everyone keep saying that?
Just, it was a little, it wasn't as tight as your usual stuff.
What I don't understand is everyone is okay with this weird fusion food truck, but we play a little jazz fusion on stage and everybody's all up in arms. Very confusing to me.
Can't speak for the humans and their taste in food. I mean, we brought our own. She gestures at this massive charcuterie board with elven bread and different folk fruits and things on them.
The elves are known for a robust writer. So Diana is just sort of going to sit back a little bit and say, performance aside, you saw the creature on stage.
Yes, it's very strange. Some kind of dragon spirit from what I could tell.
A dragon spirit? Leaf and Ashleigh can see it. Rocky and I can't.
Well, that would make sense. I mean, their family's little folk touched.
But now you can understand why the performance was a bit outside the bounds of...
I see. Yes, of course. Yeah, right, exactly. Oh, you need to spell. Yes, here, take my hands.
Diana takes her hands.
And she just starts to hum a tune and wait for and then her band members will come in on, the harmony. And she kind of peeks one eye open, waiting for you to join.
Diana joins in. Sharp fours left and right.
There we go. And this sound begins to harmonize and then harmonizes even more and more and more. And it doesn't seem to get louder. It just seems to resonate quite a bit. And little glyphs appear from Flor's forearms and begin to spiral and then wrap around your forearms and travel up them. And you feel this sound start to come into your inner ear as you listen and hear it mingle. And there is sort of a flash across your eyes, even if you've got them closed, of these runes, and they and vanish as quickly as they appear. Just the after image sort of thing, you'd stared at a flash, but in a very particular shape. And she says, you should be able to pierce the veil, at least for a little while.
Pierce the veil?
See things which are hidden.
Oh, nice. Thank you so much. This should help a ton. Lily is one of the judges.
Yes, she's been in and out. Haven't seen a lot of her. She's been sticking mostly to her trailer.
This doesn't surprise anyone. I really need us to win this just to be able to prove that this band is worthy of everything that I've said that we're worth.
No one is doubting your capability, and everyone can have an off day. I honestly think you're going to rebound and bounce back really nicely. It's a very tight competition. Everyone's in the running still at this point. It really, look at the people here. She gestures out at, all these bands mingling. There's the Harpy, who is the person behind the group Pigeon Town. There's Green Knight, which is a band, and they are all wearing like, mossy armor, but like dark makeup and very spiked aesthetic with like big helms that they wear when they're on stage.
Amazing.
And I think you also see, chatting with Magic Wand Kyle, DJ Chimera is in the tent for once. And Florendriel says to you, couldn't hurt to maybe put a word in, plant your seeds, see where they take you.
It's good advice. Thank you, Flor. I think I'm going to go do just that.
Best of luck out there, doll.
Appreciate you as always.
Her backup singers all kind of give you like a farewell. Like perfect unison.
The choir kids of
Yeah.
Incredible. So Diana's going to walk over to DJ Chimera.
You see the lion and the goat are both holding separate phones and seem very engaged in, whatever social media scrolling they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
But the snake, like I said, is chatting to Magic Wand Kyle.
Magic Wand Kyle.
Who's just a wizard. Just a full classic wizard with a pointy hat covered in stars and moons and big gray beard.
Do I know if any of these people are following me on my social media?
Like the other performers?
The judges that I'm looking at.
Oh, the judges.
Yeah.
I don't think so, no.
My reach is not that far then.
Well, it's weird because, you were kind of in, right, when you were with Lily because you're part of her group.
Yeah.
And then when you split, it's just been really hard to get any kind of traction now that she's had her skyrocket to fame since the revelation. And then...
Yeah. Now remind me of the revelation.
That's just the 2 years ago magic became known about in the world.
That's right. Okay. Cool. So the two of them are sort of engaged in their phones together, and then...
The snake tail is talking to Magic Wand Kyle.
Okay. Has Magic Wand Kyle performed yet?
He's done a couple sets. Everyone here has performed some throughout the weekend.
Okay. But as of today, has Magic Wand Kyle...
I don't think so, no.
Okay, cool. So that's my end. So Diana's going to walk over and just quietly interrupt whatever's going on. Just say, so sorry, Magic Wand Kyle, huge fan. We're actually going on in a minute here, but I'm a huge fan of yours and I'm really, really excited to see your set.
Oh, well, thank you very much. Yeah, I'm going to be, throwing down bars and spitting fire. So it's going to be good. Yeah, I've got a new set worked up and I was just talking to DJ Chimera. They might help me out with a backing track for it. So.
Oh, really? A backing track?
The snake turns just, oh, Diana Piper. So good to see you. You're looking well.
Thank you. I've been feeling well and performing well, I'll be honest.
Honestly, I don't know what these two were saying earlier. I had a great time when you performed in the last set.
I also had a great time. What were they saying about the set?
She kind of looks at them, looks at you, and Snake says to you, obviously your lead took some initiative on the last set, but honestly, we were very impressed with your ability to act on the fly and leap right into something like that. And we've been watching you for a bit now. Your proficiency, you know so many instruments. It's really a nice to see some diverse talent and some good fundamentals amongst people these days. A lot of people, they're like, oh, I can sing. And it's like, right, but did you teach yourself? Did you get any classical training? So between you and me, the competition, the LP, the single, it's for show. But we are interested in signing a few people that we've been scouting and keeping an eye on during this competition. And you're on the short list, honey. We can see it. You're working hard and your skill is there. And you'd start in a sort of support position, but it's good experience. We'll get you in. We'll get you talking to people, maybe doing some collaborations.
I've always said, why be proficient in one instrument when you can be exactly mediocre on multiple?
Flexibility, it'll get you far. And she kind of does a little snake wriggle.
Curious question.
Sure.
How many musicians did you count on that stage when we were performing?
Well, there was you and your lead and then the bassist and then your fourth new member.
Yeah, that is kind of our secret weapon, but don't tell anybody.
Amazing. Wow, yeah. You gotta have an edge. It's stiff competition, but you're doing okay. Even after the scores they gave you, I think you could pull ahead. As long as you crush it in the final.
Yeah. And I'll be honest with you, I don't know what we're going to do next.
Oh, spontaneity. So refreshing.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
We've got our eyes on you. The snake looks to the lion and the goat. The lion gives you a glance and is like, hey.
Sup?
And the goat, nothing. Just fully in her phone.
That's fair. I understand. So Diana's gonna say her goodbyes and walk back to the tent with Ashleigh and the blankets, fully understanding now that only some people can see this creature. This creature is called a dragon spirit.
It's some kind of dragon spirit, yeah, according to Florendriel.
And Flor gave me a spell through my hands. I'm not sure what that does, correct?
Well, when you get back to the tent and you walk in, you see Leaf there with a glowing creature sitting on more of the bean bags. I guess you have a very beanbag aesthetic inside your tent. Munching on a bag of potato chips or, whatever you've got in the little sandwich that you're sharing together. So yeah, you can see this creature.
I'm going to turn to Leaf and say like, cool, so I see your friend now.
Oh, dope. Cool.
Yeah.
How? Why?
A series of events. You don't need to worry about that. I will tell you, though, the judges have taken notice. Not everyone can see this creature, though. So if people have been, responding weird to us, it's because, like me, I did not know there was another member on this stage. So that's something we might want to keep in mind.
Gotcha. Kind of figured that not everybody could see it.
Right.
I feel bad calling it it. I feel like we need to give it a name.
Did we ask it its name?
It doesn't really seem to understand the concept of names.
Maybe it's like one of those things like the word name doesn't exist in its language.
Maybe? I mean, Ashleigh did this weird psychedelic dreamscape thing and we got to talk to it, sort of. It was kind of more like a vibes conversation.
A vibes conversation? It's sort of like Aang going into the Avatar state.
Yeah, sure.
Is Rocky in the tent too?
I think I'm still looking for Ashleigh, wherever he is.
Oh, okay.
We would probably be coming back. You'd probably hear us talking outside the tent at this point.
Yeah, your set's coming up, so if you want to return and have everyone here, that's okay.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Diana's going to ask, all right, Rocky, how long until we do our second song?
I think we're at... Hey, Natalie, how much time do we have left until our...
We'll say it's that same 10, 15-minute window. It doesn't take you guys long to navigate this sort of backstage area. It's not as crowded as the general populace. The food truck area is probably the busiest spot that you guys traverse throughout your time here at the festival. Everything else is sort of behind gated off sections for only performers. So you got a little time ahead of your next set.
Soft 15.
All right, so Diana's going to turn to Rocky and go, you don't need to understand how or why, but I can see the thing that everybody else sees now.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Just letting you know. Information is power, so,
All right, cool. As long as you guys are able to do your show, I'll wing it back here and be good. I'll fly blind.
Are we sure there isn't a way that Rocky could also be able to see our new friend?
I mean, I tried talking to it with my heart, but it didn't work.
Do you know my friend Floor?
Yeah.
Oh, Floor.
Yeah. Go see Floor. If we have 15 minutes, run over there, see if maybe she can help you out. She did this thing where she held my hands and chanted, and now I can see it. So just go see if she can do the same thing for you. Tell her I sent you.
Okay.
Hold on, Rocky. No, Rocky, don't go. Anything that elf can do, I can do.
Yes. I trust that.
Rocky, hold my hands.
Hold Ashleigh's hands.
Okay. Now, Diana, what did they do? Because I have to do it better than them. How did they do it?
Go to Floor.
Diana, that's not what I asked you.
I understand that's not what you're asking, but this is what I am telling you.
Okay, I just have to guess.
10 minutes to showtime.
My guess is they love their grapes. Leaf, throw me a grape.
Ashleigh, I just think it might be easier if I just go to the tent with Floor.
I'm gonna attempt some big magic here.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
Big magic.
Tapping into the annoyingly chosen nature of Ashleigh.
Yep. I think you're going to roll plus weird, but I'm going to make Rocky also roll plus weird.
I'm cool with that.
All right, let's go.
Will it be a high roll? That's a 6 for me.
Oh, boy.
I rolled a 4 + 2, which is a 6 as well. I'm using luck.
Okay.
All right, so I rolled a 12.
So you rolled a 12. You're holding Rocky's hands, and you both start to lift off the ground again. You sort of enter that strange dream-like space, and Rocky, when you look around you see the world go gray, then multicolor, then start to just sort of bleed like oil on water and just move around slowly. You do see materializing in the tent is this glowing creature.
Oh, Ashleigh, it's working. It's working.
I know it's working, Rocky. I knew I could do it. I can do anything.
You're so confident. This is good. I like this for you. Keep this up.
I'm really just covering their spell.
That's crazy.
How do the elves sound again? They're kind of pretentious. They have this.
So you perform this spell, Ashleigh, and once you think you've like harmonized it as much as you can as one person doing a thing instead of 4 people.
You just grab a loop pedal.
Yeah. Yeah, you both drop down onto the ground and you hear 5 minutes.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Five.
Five.
Okay,
Oh, also, I did talk to Lily.
let's save that for after the performance.
What a wonderful thing to drop before we go right on stage, Ashleigh.
Let's go. Guys, we got 5. Let's go. Let's clarify this after the show.
No, I'm pretty sure
No. Ashley pushed them onto the stage.
Ashley only goes on stage by getting dragged.
The creature gets behind Ashleigh and also starts to push. I will say, Rocky, because you rolled a 6 on the big magic, like you were able to see the creature while Ashleigh was performing this strange dream magic. But as soon as they like stopped, the effect wore off and the creature vanishes into nothing again. So it didn't stick, is what we'll say. But you now definitely believe that there is a creature and it's around. And
At least I know I could speak to it in my heart now.
Yeah,
that I've
yeah.
seen it and can visualize it in my heart. So
Yep.
I think this will be good for us. And probably it's just less that I have to worry about tripping over visually. So
Yep.
it's probably for the best. So okay, go ahead and get set up, get plugged in. I'm gonna get behind the board here, and I'm gonna see who is coming up ahead of us so that we can see what song we're gonna play.
Yeah, you see, this round you guys are up against Imagine Kobolds.
I'm waking up.
4 very professional-looking kobolds are setting up for their on their stage. Actually, the lead kobold is probably like taking off his shirt at the moment. You see just rippling six-pack.
That is the most yoked kobold I've ever seen.
Hello, adventurers. We've reached the mid-reel. Well, maybe the 2/3 reel. The narrative tells me when the break happens. I'm just the messenger. When this episode comes out, I'll be recovering from our first con appearance of the year at Emerald City Comic-Con. So while I catch a nap and reminisce about our real-world adventures in Seattle, here's Durs and Emery from the main cast with information about our sponsors and how you can get a discount off your orders while supporting the teams who've supported us and this special series. It's wins all around. So sit tight, and thanks for listening, adventurers.
Hey, it's Durs, the man behind the menace. I'm the voice of Damien Edgecrest. Every adventurer knows treasure isn't merely gold, it's the little things that elevate your game. The cool weight of metal dice, the perfect roll across a beautiful tray, the scent of cinnamon and espresso as you light a candle during a long rest. Every detail matters. That's why Chester the Dragon and the Kobold crew at Bookworm Games offer premium dice and accessories designed to immerse every player in the adventure. Whether it's the perfect dice set to complement your brand new character, a customized familiar that you can bring with you to every game, or a multi-dimensional dice bag to carry your hoard, we know you'll find exactly what you need to make every game a memorable one. Want some help telling legendary stories? The Artifacts Arcana series aren't just collectible coins. They're your key to 8 to 12-hour adventures, designed to drop into a campaign with ease. And for a fully immersive experience, check out the Campaign Chest in collaboration with Foxwing Games. 5 full quest chests delivering handcrafted puzzles, mysteries, and surprises to challenge your party like never before. Great heroes deserve great tools. Upgrade your tabletop experience today at bookwormgames.com and use code STORYTELLER for 10% off your order. When the dice hit the table, your characters deserve nothing but the best.
Folks, you know 'em, you love 'em. Returning sponsor Many Worlds Tavern is your guide to coffee, tea, and adventure. Every month, Many Worlds lives up to its name and releases a brand new coffee, tea, and dice set inspired by one of the many realms they've created as a part of their D&D 5e digital content subscription. And that's on top of dozens of other brewable drinks and collectible merch they offer to get your game nights adventure ready. A portion of every purchase goes towards a new gaming-related nonprofit every month, and for a limited time only, you can get 10% off your next order from the tavern with code STORYTELLER. That's all caps, Storyteller. I myself have been enjoying Many Worlds Tavern's various brews for quite some time now, including while I'm doing this ad read. Nectarian Stream is my go-to anytime tea. I brought it to work with me once to make a cup and got some very lovely compliments from my coworkers about how nice it smelled and how gorgeous the packaging was. It's a very delicate white tea. I'm a big fan of it. I've also enjoyed their Lamps Light light roast as an iced coffee. So, whether you need inspiration for your next game night or a drink to share with your adventuring party, go check out Many Worlds Tavern, your guide to homebrew.
Thanks, boys. Whew, I get a nap more often. That was great. It's time to send you back to the episode. But if you're looking for information and links to our sponsors in order to make use of our sweet, sweet discount code, you can check the episode description. You'll find links to all of our guests and other ways you can support the Storyteller Squad there as well. So thanks for listening, adventurers. Enjoy the rest of the episode. Bye! So, as your group gets on stage, you can hear DJ Chimera's Snakehead addressing the crowd once again, hyping them up for the next round. And this time, the dragon spirit, as it comes up on stage with you, rather than wrapping around the speaker, this time it walks right up next to the central vocals microphone, and it's just standing there, looking out at the audience.
How do we see the crowd reacting?
Not many people in the crowd are reacting. Mostly everyone has their focus trained on DJ Chimera at the moment.
Okay, interesting.
In this final round of the Battle of the Bands competition, we'll be awarding the final points and then tallying them before the closing ceremonies performance, where we will be announcing the winner, along with Lily Fade and Magical Operation Neon to close out the event.
So the creature is wrapped around my microphone?
It's just standing to the side of the mic stand, center stage.
No, you vibing.
Okay. How would we communicate with you, Rocky, while we're on stage? Like, obviously, you can, like, talk to us, right?
I think you have, like, hand signals you can give me for stuff. Or you can just kind of look to me off stage in a way that is nonchalant, like do a hair flick or something. I would say some form of signals that we've made in the past that make that a bit easier.
Okay, I'm going to signal to Rocky to remove my mic stand.
Okay.
Scurries out on stage.
He runs out. I could have just taken it off stage, but I'm like...
It's that roadie thing of it just being like a crouching person running across the stage, grabbing a mic stand. You're still just holding the mic and just kind of rip it from it and then just run all the way across.
There's definitely a couple people who see this happen and are like, woo! Yeah!
There are more fans of Rocky in the crowd than there are of the band.
Ashleigh is going to look at this creature and intently gaze into its two-toned eyes and present the microphone, almost like those videos of you handing a dog an egg. You know those videos where they like had the egg and then the dog just kind of holds the egg in their mouth. So I'm gonna try and do that with my microphone, using this creature as the microphone stand. So the mic is just like floating in midair for most people.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they like chomp down over like the handle part so they can kind of just like hold it.
Perfect. That's it. So now I have this floating microphone stand held by this ethereal creature.
Amazing.
Yeah, I think y'all will be up first. There's this silence that falls as you like hold your microphone there in the air and it doesn't drop and everyone's like, ooh, the mundane attendees of this festival. And you say, perfect, and it reverberates, and it's almost gets auto-tuned.
Perfect.
The creature's eyes light up, and its body crackles with electricity. And little bolts off its body start to, like, zap and connect over to Diana's keyboard and to Leaf's bass. And the stage you are all on begins to light up and crackle with this, like, dancing energy. Doesn't seem dangerous. It will like pass over some of your, hands or legs and feet as you're standing there, but you've got this like added effect. And when that starts to happen, the crowd does go, ooh, they're seeing the energy effect, if not the creature itself.
Oh, and Ashleigh runs over to Diana and says, Diana, before we begin, I just wanted to tell you, Lily says hi.
Oh my gosh.
And then he walks back over to his mic stand.
Performing now, Ashleigh and the Blankets! And for this performance, instead of act under pressure, I'm going to have you all roll use magic. Because little dragon spirit's helping you out this time.
Go.
Okay.
Cool. I got a +0. Wow, my dice hate me today.
What if this game ran off of low rolls? What do we think about that? I think that'd be fun. I don't know about you guys, but
So I got 10.
Okay.
7.
7 from Diana.
I got a 6 again. God damn it.
Leaf should just be kicked out of the band. I rolled another 3.
Oh, no.
Yo! Use that luck, Leaf.
You have your luck point, Leaf, if you'd like to spend it.
That's true. I'll use my luck point.
Okay.
I got a 6. Should I use luck as well?
Rocky, don't you have the move that lets you add Ashleigh's modifier to your roll if you do the Me Too move?
If they make a roll, I can copy what they did, and I can choose not to roll and instead just use their roll. But I did roll, because I didn't know if this was applicable.
This applies. I'll let you take their roll.
Good job, Wes.
You got a 10.
I got a 10. Pick it up.
So a 10 and a 10, and then Leaf's Burning Luck, so that's a 12, and then a 7 from Diana, which I think is fitting, considering the news you got just before the set began.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
You hear in your in-ear, Rocky comes in and says, I think Ashleigh just said, don't be shy. Now's not a time to be shy.
There's no man that works harder than Rocky in this whole...
Truly.
I'm holding this band by a thread.
The glue of the band. Maybe not the heart, but at least the glue.
You love the music so much.
I just need the set to go well.
Yeah.
We are sixth of all! 1, 2, 3... No, I'm kidding.
All right. You guys do really well, and I think this time, rather than the dragon's effect on your sound being at odds and like a little off melody, this time you all harmonize quite well. And Diana, if you struggle at all, it's just there is the pressure now of DJ Chimera saying like, hey, we've got our eyes on you. They didn't say the band, they just said you in particular.
Yeah.
So there's some nerves maybe come into play here, especially now that there's 2 judges on the lineup, 3, since DJ Chimera counts as 2. That you're like trying really hard to impress.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a pretty good set. You guys get a very nice result. The crowd loves it. Lots of cheering. And I think when it ends, the like crackling energy from the dragon spirit sort of subsides, and just these little silver orbs end up on the stage and then drift out into the crowd like little firefly lights. And Snake MC gets on the mic again, and they say, "Let's put it up once more for Ashleigh and the Blankets!" Judges, what did you think of that round? We get to the lion head of DJ Chimera, and they say, "This is what I'm talking about. Y'all had a bit of a dip and then came back strong. Recovery is one of the most important things when it comes to live performance. I'm really impressed with y'all. Excellent work." The goat head is up next. "Well, I can honestly say that was not bad." We move on to Chapel Gnome, who's just like clapping, like doing a little golf clap still. She says,
Oh, that was so nice, you guys. This is such a good way to end the show. Amazing. I'm in love.
and then we cut over to Lily Fade, and I think she's got like a pixie stick that she's holding like a cigarette and is just sort of like taking little hits from. Truly something special. Gosh, I'm really looking forward to sharing the stage with you someday. That little extra something you've brought to the competition. They've caught my eye for sure. Good job, everyone. Diana, I'm gonna have you read a bad situation.
Okay.
Dun, dun, dun.
8.
Okay, one question.
Oh, gosh. What is the biggest threat?
This works narratively wonderfully. Now that you have been given this seeing spell from your friend Florendriel, as you are watching Lily talk, something about her is different. And it's hard because like you're so far away, and there's like a big display projection of like all the judges speaking because it's being televised. But yeah, I think it caught your eye, and you know, to an extent, there is the motivation for you to like want to see if Lily is like making eyes or like watching you or taking notes during the performance at all. And she was pointedly watching the dragon spirit the entire time with almost like a hunger in her eyes. And I think now as you like have a moment where you're not having to perform and you can really sort of peer across the crowd through your big glasses, you see that Lily's skin is not normal in its coloration. It's like a deep magenta color. And like peeking out from both the side of her face that is not covered in bangs, and then splitting the bangs a little bit are a pair of horns. And she's got a long tail that's sort of just like wrapped around the back of her judge's chair and ends in a little like pointed tip, almost the shape of a heart if it were inverted. And dark eyes, like dark sclera, with a yellow iris and like a red pupil to them.
Okay.
You didn't see this before when you were dating her, but maybe it makes a little bit of sense now why you were so like enraptured with her until things broke badly.
Yeah.
Turns out Lily is not a human in some capacity, and she is hiding it, clearly, from the masses. And like I say, that hunger in her eyes that you maybe interpreted as ambition when you were together has a very sinister quality, and it is directly focused at the spirit.
Okay. We're still on stage at this point?
You are still on stage. You are at, it's polite to stay on stage while the other group does their set.
Right.
And so Imagine Kobolds begins their opening number. I'm waking up in caves with must.
Ew.
Incredible.
So they do their set, they get judged, and this round of the judging is over. So scores are going to be compiled. Y'all can go back to your tent if you'd like. And now the festival is sort of prepping up for final performances and the announcement of the winner. Rocky, they come off stage. They did great.
Woo! 5s all around.
Good job, everyone. Perfect performance. No notes. Everybody loved us. Just fantastic. Yeah, I thought it was fantastic, everybody. Well done.
The creatures sort of prancing around on their little hooved feet. They seem very excited.
Oh, he's so happy.
Aw, that's cute.
Give me my microphone back. I need to get that back from you.
Yeah, it's still in their mouth. They're still running around with it.
And then Ash is just chasing them around with it.
It's like a dog.
You guys did great. This was good. I think we are definitely in the runnings to win. So good job, us.
Oh, I forgot another thing. So Willie said that she might try and disqualify us.
What?
I'm sorry?
Why?
Well, what she said was any changes to the band roster after we were done, signing up for the event would mean that we are disqualified.
Why are you just telling this to us now?
Well, I would have told you before, but nobody wanted you were all pushing me on stage, and then we got on stage, and I completely forgot.
By the way, did anyone notice that Lily looked a little off?
Off how?
No, I didn't see much. I mean, was she not sitting in a normal spot?
No, she was in her same spot, but
She's constantly sitting like a bisexual, though.
Absolutely.
just one leg up, iced
Yep.
coffee in hand at all times with a little bit of oat milk.
Yeah.
Cinnamon sprinkled all over the top.
I dated Lily. I never noticed that Lily, she has a tail?
What?
She has a tail, and did you notice that she has like horns?
Like her hair? I can turn my hair into horns if I want to. If I
Like a costume? Or...
No, like horns attached to her head. I think something's up with Lily, and there's something bigger happening here.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Willie wanted the creature.
Ashleigh, what?
Ashleigh, why are you telling us this now?
There's a pattern happening.
No, yeah, Lily said that she wanted me to give her the creature because she was really interested in it. It was really glowy and cool. And I was like, yeah, Lily, like, of course. Like, it's not a member of our band because I didn't want to give us away, right? So I was being really, really sneaky. So I said, yeah, Lily, of course you can have the creature. Like, it's not a member of our band. We didn't sign any contract, right, Rocky? There's no contracts yet.
Again, that was just for the U-Haul.
Could the dragon drive the U-Haul? Because then we could all sleep. That'd be great. And then maybe the dragon could have my turn instead, and I could sleep.
Ashleigh, focus.
Actually, let's run it back into the part where we're potentially being disqualified.
Also, let's be honest, Ashleigh, you've never driven the U-Haul.
Rocky, I'm going to have you read a bad situation as band manager / roadie.
/ tour manager / therapist / parent.
I wear a lot of hats.
My goodness.
/ mediator / lawyer.
Caterer, personal assistant, babysitter.
Yeah. Well, we save money by just not hiring those people, and I just do the work instead.
You just do 12 jobs.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, so I'm going to read a bad situation. Let me go ahead and roll. Please be good. Wow. So that's going to be 10, 11.
Wow.
I know. I've never done that before.
With read a bad situation on a 10 plus, hold 3. You get 3 questions off that list.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Let's go.
All right. What's the biggest threat? What's the best way to protect the victims? And what is my best way out. But if I could put my best way as to our best way, comrade, I think that would be the best.
Yeah, the biggest threat right now is that one of the judges has told one of your band members that you are in danger of being disqualified because you have an unregistered member of the band who has been performing with you in the last couple sets. The best way to protect the victims, if you're counting the victims as like you and the band,
We're so selfish.
might be to quickly draft some paperwork and sign this spirit as a member of the band officially. And what's the best way out?
I think because of how the second one was answered, that was what I was thinking.
Yeah, that is the best way out.
Well, I was going to say the best way out of all of this is to just say, well, we just won't win and we'll just leave now and pack it up and leave and not stay for closing ceremonies.
Well, we can't have that, can we?
And that would be the best way to just avoid all consequences entirely, would be to just boogie out of here.
Yeah, that makes sense. Just quit now. That's
Quit while we're ahead, really, at the end of the day.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah. Okay, yeah. So
can't disqualify us if we quit.
We out.
I will see if I have in my utility belt of objects a band joining member contract that
Yeah.
might work. I don't know, I probably have like a little folder of different things of like all of our different social security cards, all of our different medical records, and all these things in case anything happens while we're traveling.
Mm-hmm.
That is extremely prepared.
You should have seen the last band I was in. It was not as good. That's why I have all these things. Situations came up. So yeah, I think I'm going to try and draft up a contract and just look around. I didn't think this part through. We don't have a name. I need to put a name on this contract, and I don't have eyes on where this thing is. So if I'm going to pass this to you guys to do that part of the contract.
Do we send you to Floor? I thought we did the whole like crazy magic.
It worked for like a minute, and I was fine with that.
Oh,
I'm at peace with that reality.
go see Floor?
We could do that. I would like to maybe not move from this spot until we've gotten the whole potential disqualification thing settled.
Super fair.
You also don't have a lot of time between now and closing ceremonies.
Yeah, so
I also just want to quickly point out that Lily has a flair for the dramatic. So she's not going to disqualify us in private if she can do it on stage in front of an audience. So if she was planning on disqualifying us, she would also need to figure out some way to make it all about her because she needs eyes on her at all times. And it's the perfect drama bomb for her to do something like that to a band that she just publicly said she wishes she could play with.
So if potentially she might be wanting to do this during closing ceremonies, if we get the paperwork done ahead of time, we can say, but in fact, and then we'd have the paperwork.
Do we need it notarized?
I don't think I can notarize my own paperwork. So I know a guy. Hold on, let me make a couple calls. Get whoever this is to sign this thing.
Magic wand Kyle shows up. I'm a notary.
Thank you.
I do love the fact that we can only call Magic Wand Kyle by his full name.
Yeah.
Yeah. Branding.
I'm going to throw out a suggestion for the name of this creature that I think we will all be happy with, if that's all right. Just to have it on paper.
I trust your judgment. I'm still talking with Magic Wand Kyle over here, so
Ashleigh should be its name.
pretty good.
Ashleigh would have loved that if he wasn't passed out on a beanbag chair.
Oh, ready?
We were just talking to you.
Because we could be Ashleigh and the Blankets featuring Ashleigh.
I think the longer the name, the stronger.
Ashleigh, and the Blankets.
I think we're cooking, guys.
We're definitely cooking.
I don't know what the recipe is, but it's boiling.
The kitchen is admittedly on fire, but we are cooking.
Yeah, I'm fine with Ashleigh.
Fantastic.
All right.
It's really funny.
We'll just have a little list of other names. It'll be like first name, Ashleigh. Second name, Pillow. Third name, Blanket.
Amazing.
Great. Can this thing hold a pen?
In its mouth?
It can hold a microphone. It can hold a pen.
It drops the microphone and comes over and like looks at you writing all this stuff onto the form, Rocky, which of course you can't see, but everyone else sees it, like sort of watching Rocky filling out this contract very quickly. And I think it will reach over to one of some snack or something that you had out on one of the tables and just like smash a hoof into it.
My chocolate pudding cup.
And then put a little print on the middle of the contract and just sort of mark it.
Okay, well, that isn't a pen, but I think that'll hold up.
Once they put their hoof on Diana, you see little runes in silver start to spiral up their foreleg and around the papers and onto Rocky's hands. And suddenly, Rocky, with the binding of this contract, you're now able to see this creature.
Ayo!
I wrote the contract with my heart. That's what it was.
The heart of the contract.
Wow, now I can see you. That's so cool. I had a pen, but this works too.
You like his little purr and kind of like nuzzles against you a little bit.
Aw, little buddy.
So cute.
Oh, okay. You do owe me a new chocolate pudding cup.
Yeah, it is ruffling at your utility belt for the snack pouches.
Great. Okay. All right. There you go. I'll just set more on the table. I was gonna snack during the next set, but it's okay. It's fine. Whatever. It's fine. Showtime's just real quick. We got like maybe 15, 20 until it's the closing ceremony.
Yep.
So we gotta go.
Showbiz, baby.
Unless there's other stuff you guys specifically want to do in preparation for closing ceremonies, we'll move the clock ahead to that opening performance. The stage lights come up on just one of the stages here in this area. You can see Lily and the rest of Magical Operation Neon getting into place. Diana, you can see all of her bandmates. All of them have sort of sunken in cheeks and look very like ghastly and almost haggard, and their eyes are just completely whited over. When they exhale, the steam that they breathe out has that like same pink shimmer that seems to follow Lily around as she's moving around on stage. DJ Chimera is at the central pedestal, and the three of them now are addressing the crowd. They're sort of breaking up the statements they're making between the three heads. And so Snaketail begins. Everyone, we're so glad you've joined us for Paranormalooza this weekend. This is the final performance in our Battle of the Bands competition before we close out the event. All the bands so far have poured out their hearts and given it their all. Everyone gave really stunning performances all around and playing to one of the best audiences we've ever seen here at Paranormalooza. Let's give it up for all of you. We are so pleased with all of the positive energy from our mundane attendees and the welcoming reception our paranormal attendees have extended to them this year. We are excited to return again and make next year's event even more exciting and thrilling for everyone. Thank you all so much for supporting artists and the community of creators we've brought together. It really means a lot to the musicians and producers working to put on this show that you have all come out to show such support for us. So thank you. And now, before we announce the winner of the Battle of the Bands competition, here to give us that last performance of this year's Paranormalooza, everyone put your hands together for Lily Fade and Magical Operation Neon! The lights come on, and a like pink misted smoke screen starts to pour out from the stage as Lily begins her set. All of you see up on the like display, the LCD screen that's like mounted above the stage so people can see close-ups even if they're not close enough to the stage to really get a good look. Mm-hmm. You see a little section of it as Lily is singing begins to like have pixels drop out of it. Just a couple at first in one little section, then they start to like spread. And the screen just starts to lose pixels in a widening crack across the screen itself and falling away into just darkness. And as this crack begins to form, you can see a 8-bit digitized hand start to reach out of this crack. Fingers and long red claws start to like emerge from the screen.
Well, that can't be good.
And as Lily's chorus hits, I need everyone to act under pressure.
Ooh, yeah.
I have a 7.
7.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got a 9.
A 9.
I also rolled a 7.
I rolled a 4 and a 6 plus 3.
Jesus, Wes.
I cannot be stopped.
Ashleigh Adams, the greatest of all time.
13.
Very humble.
Yeah.
Okay. That's good that you all succeeded, because as this sound sweeps across the crowd, you see a lot of the crowd who are sort of like bopping along to the music, their hands go down by their sides. And they're much more subdued, even though the beat of the music is still very upbeat and it's, like sugar pop that Lily's genre is. And you see as people's hands start to go down, their heads tilt back in a very like dazed state. And you, Diana specifically, because of the seeing spell, you see little motes of light start to leave people's mouths and travel towards the stage and surround Lily as she is performing. And you especially can see, because of her glamour being seen through, her tail is whipping around. She's like throwing her hand out, and more of this pink smoke is sort of leaving and catching the waves of the speakers, pushing it out into the crowd as this succubi.
Oh, yes. Excellent.
Begins to enchant the crowd here and draw their adoration towards her. And you see the sparkles as they like pass into her chest and then back out, and she sort of raises a hand towards the screen every now and again, and that light spreads upwards and hits parts of the pixels, which again, and form this crack.
Can I see how Ashleigh is reacting?
In this moment, you see Lily Fade and Magical Operation Neon giving an amazing performance. The crowd is mesmerized into speechlessness. This is a thing you dream of achieving someday. And you definitely feel like your mind is like something is trying to affect it in a way, but you tell me what Ashleigh's internal feelings are in this moment.
Me?
Ashleigh.
Oh, me? Oh, no, because Diana was asking about Ashleigh.
Oh, Ashleigh. Oh, yeah. See, this is the name thing.
Yeah. Sorry.
Not about Ashleigh Adams.
Dill Pickles, Pillow, the one that we named 8 times. Ashleigh, the dragon spirit.
First of their name.
They see this thing happening and they seem afraid. They're kind of all curled up on themselves. Their little serpent-like neck is doing a very tight S to their body. Their ears are turned down and they're like kind of retreating, like they're scared of what's happening.
Okay. Is anyone in the band having the smoke taken out of them?
No, it seems that all of you are able to resist this effect.
Ooh, okay, interesting.
But you do see the judges are being affected. Chapel Gnome, DJ Chimera, they're both there up on the stand. You see a lot of the other bands here are being affected by this. You see the 2 members of Flight of the Cockatrice.
What about Floor?
Florendriel and her group, I think, I'll roll act under pressure for them. We'll see how they do. Okay, that's an 8. You see Floor throws up a golden shield, and her band members begin to play on little panpipes. And behind them, a different opening appears, sort of a golden rip in space. And they start to retreat into it, just away from this place, knowing that they don't want to be affected by this.
Diana's immediately going to point this out to Rocky and be like, we got to go.
Okay, I feel like looking at that, I was like, wait, no, I think they're doing something to help everybody. Oh, they're leaving. Okay.
No, they're just out.
They're gone. Oh, okay. Ooh, thought better of them. Okay, well, we can overcome this. We're a team. Let's do this.
What you see as you're like, we have to do something. What do we do? You suddenly hear shots being fired. And the crowd, in their mesmerized state, does not react the way a crowd would. But you see, climbing on top of the judges' station and sort of trying to like shake them awake, but also removing a pure onyx black revolver. Leaf, you would recognize the dusty blonde-haired guy who you spoke to earlier. And he takes a couple pock shots at the stage, and these blasts of a reddish light hit against a barrier that seems to repel. And flying through the air is that woman with the white hair and the dark makeup. You see, she has got the sort of cello case that she's like unslinging from her back. It flips open, and what flies out of it is a 6-inch wide buster sword, which she grabs and then brings down on this barrier and is repelled back, and she falls back into the crowd. And you hear the guy up on the stage sort of pull a microphone away from DJ Chimera. And he says, "My name is Agent Spiegel. I'm with the EC Agency Incursion Response Team. This concert has just become the site of an active hellmouth, so we're going to need y'all to evacuate the area as safely as possible immediately." And you see a few people towards the back of the crowd seeing this all happen. They begin to run away, but a lot of the crowd is still cast under the spell of this succubus. And you all see that, like, clearly things are about to be thrown down.
Would it help any if we, because we're kind of like close to the stage area, if we're like at our tent, to go to like the soundboard where they're performing and just like shut everything off?
That is an interesting idea. Yeah, if you want to go try and mess with their setup, Rocky, go for it. I'll have you act under pressure.
Why? You think suggesting to do things makes me think I don't have to roll, because there's pressure rolling high, and that's not going to work well.
While Rocky is like attempting to mess with this board, I'm like, Rocky, when do we get to go on? Because everyone's really liking Lily's group, and I think they'd really like us too, if I'm being completely honest. And do you know when we go on?
We could actually go on right now, do their set better, but like maybe in reverse.
Yo.
And we can like counter whatever they're doing.
Put your thing down, flip it, and reverse it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's been a while since Ashleigh has not had anyone looking at him, and no one in the crowd is looking at him, and he kind of gets this twinge in his eye.
Yep.
And he goes, yeah, it's time right now. I'm going to do big entrance.
Okay.
Oh.
So you make a showy entrance into a dangerous situation. Ashleigh grabs his microphone and chucks it at the stage in just this like rage of childish selfishness to like get everybody to pay attention to him.
Oh my God. Literally just throwing a temper tantrum.
I got a 7 on my act under pressure.
Okay. I'm going to see what Ashleigh's entrance is, and I can combine the two results, or, narrate the two things.
That's a 6 on one.
That's already really good.
That's a 6 on the other one.
Oh
my God.
Let's go.
So hold on, what do I add to that? That's 3. So I get 15 on my entrance.
15. Oh my God.
Absolutely unpunished.
Jeez, I am unstoppable. I wish I had a camera on these dice.
Yeah, this is great. Longtime listeners of the Storyteller Squad will know that Agent Ross is the woman with the large sword. As Sheila's like reflected by the barrier, she calls into an earpiece she's got, "It's no good. She's already taken too much spark energy from the crowd." And we hear over the earpiece Max Spiegel, her other agency partner, "We need to take their attention off her. That's how she's taking it away from them." And at that moment, we see the microphone on its golden chain. Reverb shoots out across the crowd as you draw it back like a fucking Castlevania character and catch it in your hand.
Oh my gosh.
Like a meteor hammer.
With that, can I take the other end and plug it into the soundboard right next to Rocky?
Which Rocky has stolen from their setup and is running over to give to you. And so in the middle of the crowd, you plug in, and suddenly your group is now electrified and ready to perform.
Yes.
We see Lily up on stage, shoots daggers at the group of you, and she goes on to like some new song about like, "I'm the best, you'll never get ahead of me." Like,
Quick, guys, go now. She's singing flat. We can do better.
She's doing a cover of Tina Turner's Simply the Best, but she's only singing about herself.
Yeah.
We do an anti-cover, Simply the Worst.
But yeah, your group can now perform together to try and draw the crowd's attention away from Lily and cancel out the magic she's performing right now.
Hey.
I love it.
Go, 5, 6, 7, 8.
What are other people doing to help? Because Ashleigh has like started this opening gambit to get y'all a little bit of a shot here.
So I'm going to immediately go to my keyboards.
Mhm.
I'm going to play a bass line with my left hand, but I'm also going to have my oboe in my right hand.
Power move.
And I'm going to be just like harmonizing and playing.
Amazing.
Nice. Act under pressure for this.
Multitasking. I know I had used a move prior, but I do have a sidekick ability that is, there's no I in team, whereas I can get a +1 on like help out rolls for everyone.
Yeah.
Could I be doing that with everyone's things?
Shit, it's a 5.
Oh, 5 on Diana's roll.
Could I definitely help out in this type of situation?
Is it that you add more than 1 when you help out?
It says I get an extra +1 to all rolls to help out
You're getting the bonus then to succeed at that
for
thing.
myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I also have something I could do.
Mm-hmm.
Leaf is gonna coax Ashleigh into going over and helping amplify the performance. I would like to use a move called the Power of Heart. When fighting a monster, if you help someone, instead of rolling plus cool, which is great for me because my cool is a -1, I can automatically help as if I rolled a 10.
Okay. I will let you and Rocky combine your help to get Diana's roll to a 7, which will make it a mixed success, but not a fail.
Amazing.
So if you're using Power of Heart, Leaf, you and Ashleigh can like run over onto like the other stage where Diana is setting up and like take your positions where you would be if you were performing.
Yeah.
I think Ashleigh is like sticking pretty close to you. They don't like what's happening with Lily over on across the way, but they see Diana starting to play. And that sort of gives them a little bit of confidence and courage. And they see you picking up your instrument. And so they will sort of glow and activate those sparks of energy throughout all the instruments to sort of add a little bit of extra harmony or tuning if it needs to happen. And Rocky, if you want to roll that help out roll, let's see if we can get Diana to a success here.
All right. So that is, I rolled a 10 on the die, plus the 1 from Cool, plus the other ones. That'd be 12.
Yeah, okay. Diana, you are struggling a little bit as you like just started out, but now that your bandmates are rushing to the other stage to back you up, you will get a mixed success to this performance.
Okay.
We really just left Ashleigh in the middle of the crowd.
Oh yeah, I'm just lifting off the ground. Just
Yeah, just floating in the air on the microphone chain.
Pulling the cable to kind of bring you back closer to stage.
Like a balloon. That's awesome. Yeah, and so as Rocky reels in your lead singer, we get Ashleigh and the Blankets all together on stage as Lily is fighting you with her musical performance to try and maintain control of the crowd. But now that you're all performing together, people are starting to come to as your music outplays some of Lily's and gets their attention. It sounds a little better. You've got like this extra magical harmony happening. You can't see sound waves, but there's that like energy fight across the crowd for the heart of this performance.
Not with your eyes, look with your heart.
you have to look with your heart.
It's the theme of this whole episode. You have to feel it.
Look into your heart.
And so, Ashleigh Adams, you have like no good feelings in your heart right now for Lily Fade.
No.
If you want to musically roll kick some ass, I will let you do that.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna musically kick your ass. What does that mean? Do I roll cool?
You roll plus tough for kick some ass.
Oh no. What? That's not the thing I do. Okay. All right, here we go. That's a 4. And that's a 5. So it's a 9 minus 1, 8.
You're singing your heart out. You've got Ashleigh backing up your vocals with their magic. Lily Fade and her zombified backup band members push back, and I think there's sort of a magical shock that sort of goes in both directions. Some of her band members are just sort of like blasted against the back of her stage and collapse onto the ground, but you also all will be hit by this wave of her magic singing coming your way. And I will say you all take 2 harm, ignore armor.
Goodness sakes.
As this magic hits you.
Oh, would I be able to use protect someone?
Yeah, now's the time. Who are you protecting?
I want to protect Ashleigh.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and roll that. It's plus your tough.
I'm rolling like garbage. It's a 4.
Okay, on a fail on protect someone, you end up making things worse.
Great.
Is it possible, because I have the sidekick option, bodyguard, where it's if something bad is going to happen to your hero, your comrades, or a bystander, and I'm right there, I can throw myself in harm's way.
Ooh.
The thought I would have is that with all of the output, since I'm on the mixer board kind of manipulating everything, instead of it going out of their speaker of Lily's band, I move it all to my input for my headphones. So instead of the output going from the speakers, I just take all of it.
Oh, interesting.
Because it says whatever's gonna happen happens to me instead.
Okay, I like that idea. Hold on to that move because I want to describe something that is going to happen to Diana first, and then you can bodyguard your way in after I describe this.
Yeah.
As that wave of Lily's magic comes and sweeps across this stage, Diana, you go to protect Ashleigh, who is still working very hard to back up Ashleigh Adams singing. And so I think you might abandon your keyboard and sort of rush forward to like dive in front of this wave, or at least like shield the dragon spirit from its effect. And so you take quite a bit of the brunt of it as you become the front person on stage, sort of throwing yourself in front of this for your friends. And you hear not just Lily's singing, but her voice in your mind. And she is saying to you, Diana, why? You're ruining everything like before.
Wow. Okay.
Baby, don't. This is gonna be so good for me, and could be so good for you too. I mean, I was so upset that you left. Why? Don't you understand? I don't want to do. I have to do this, right? My boss. I have to get this thing for my boss, and then we could go back to being famous together. You were my chosen one. And then you threw it all away for artistic integrity. What was that about?
Diana is just going to verbalize to Lily, I'm not your baby.
Fine. I actually want the other one.
Ugh.
And as her magic pulses and reverberates into you, we see Diana's eyes cloud over with that pink light. And you feel this urge within you to grab a hold of the baby dragon spirit.
Oh no.
And we see this like pink energy wrapping around your arm as you're about to like make a connection. Now, Rocky, you see this.
Uh-oh. I don't like this. Just to clarify, the other initial damage that you had said, which was 3 harm?
2 harm, ignore armor. That's just like from the force of this spell being bandied about.
Gotcha. Okay, I just wanted to mark that ahead of time. Okay, cool. So yeah, I think I see that happening, and I want to basically take all the output that they have from whatever channel their stage is coming from and try and move all of it, if temporarily, just to kind of like mess up this sound wave they have going, all directly to the channel that I can listen in on from my headphones.
Yep.
So that it's still being directed somewhere, just not towards my friends, and can maybe snap Diana out of that lull that they're in currently.
Sure.
It has that's the ability. It doesn't tell me what to roll for bodyguard.
What's the wording of it exactly?
It says, if something bad is going to happen to your hero, comrades, or bystander, and you're right there, you can throw yourself in harm's way. Whatever was going to happen to them happens to you instead.
Okay. So I think you redirect the sound of this mental dominion that Lily has cast on Diana and sort of pull all the other magical vocals into your input. And we see Rocky's eyes cloud over pink. And Diana, the spell affecting you lessens enough. The connection between Lily and you is sucked away and sent over into Rocky's headphones. And Rocky, I think you're going to take some harm from this. You're taking a lot of the magic into yourself.
Yep.
That's probably another 3 harm, I would think.
Okay.
Oh no.
Jeez.
Yikes.
Yeah, it's not great.
Okay, I have 2 left until I'm done.
You are unstable. Yeah, I think like you just start to like bleed out of your nose and ears and like maybe collapse on the ground behind the deck.
Yeah.
You've now been completely entranced by the spell Lily is casting, like the rest of the crowd here. And Diana, as you come back to your senses, you see Rocky hit the ground, and those same bright flecks of light start to be drawn from Rocky and drift towards the stage and Lily.
Cool. Look Lily straight in the eye, and then I am going to kick some ass.
Hell yeah.
Go.
I've been rolling like garbage, so let's see what happens. 7.
Okay. You will exchange harm in this moment. What are you doing to kick some ass here?
Does she have the microphone?
She's got a mic, yeah.
So I'm going to grab the mic from her.
Are you running across to the stage?
Yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Everyone else, you see Diana take off from the stage and just start pushing her way through the crowd.
Baby's first mosh pit.
You pass through this barrier that Agent Ross is still like jamming her sword into, and she sees you just run past and kind of like does a double take, like, whoa, what are you doing?
Don't worry. So I'm going to grab the microphone, and what is Lily wearing? Like on her head?
On her head, not much. She's just got, like I said, like the big scene hair, some like braids on the side, and then the like blonde extensions at the back.
So I'm going to rip those extensions out.
I was waiting for it.
Amazing.
That's so good.
You said seen hair. I seen it. I seen
I
it
seen it fly off your head.
Oh, that's great.
Okay, so with a mix on Kick Some Ass, you will trade harm with each other. So you manage to run up onto the other stage.
Yeah.
She's still mostly focused on keeping the crowd mesmerized with her singing because she's using the life energy being drained from everyone to open this portal that's manifesting the large red glitching arm, which is now stretching and reaching out towards the baby dragon.
Mm-hmm.
So as you come running up out of the crowd onto the stage, she isn't expecting you to have broken out of her control, and you can tackle her or start swinging on her, and she is totally caught off guard. Her vocals are thrown off key, and she shrieks as you tear a fistful of extensions out. Her tail whips around, and it turns out that heart-shaped tip is razor sharp as she whips at your hands and slashes at you in order to get free. She backs away, and the two of you face off on the stage. She drops the pretense of singing, even though backup vocals keep going on a recorded track loop.
No, I can't. Never, never, never.
It's just the background singers.
And she screams at you. Are you crazy? What are you doing? Clingy is not a good look on you, Diana.
Well, neither are your really terrible extensions, so.
Ooh, psychic damage.
Scene hair died 10 years ago.
I am a fucking icon. When I say something is cool, every one of these pathetic human simps agrees with me, but not you. Why can't you just behave and do what I want? And you're going to take some harm.
Of course.
As her fingernails extend into long claws and she rakes at you with them, slashing up your leather jacket and doing 3 more harm to you.
Ouch. Okay.
We see Agent Ross and Spiegel are continuing to try and break down the barrier protecting Lily and her bandmates, but they might not make it in time to help you at this rate. So, Ashleigh, Leaf, you can see this. We need that barrier to come down in order to truly break this spell and potentially release the crowd from Lily's control. So I'm going to ask you for another use magic roll to try and fight back musically and win this actual battle of bands.
Yes. So I'm gonna use magic here, and I'm gonna try and like weaken or like destroy the barrier. I feel like because I've been distracting so many people away from presenting this energy to her that it's like been weakened at that point.
Yeah.
We'll find out together. That's a 4 and a 4, so that's an 8 plus magic 2, so 10.
Okay.
Wow.
So describe as Ashleigh and the Blankets, those of you still standing, Ashleigh Adams, your cousin Leaf, and your adopted band member managed to break this magic barrier together.
So Ashleigh is going to take this microphone and holding this very like long note, use this idea that Rocky had given him earlier, and then stomp on the loop pedal so that sound continues. So it's like reverberating through everything. And then magically here, extend this chain so it goes all the way across from our stage to theirs with that microphone head smashing into the barrier.
Nice.
And that impact sound goes through the microphone, out the speakers, and then it just shatters that barrier.
What's with this big freaky hand coming out of the screens?
Leaf, that hand is reaching straight for Ashleigh. Ashleigh, and coming towards you now, you can see kind of like the shape of a shoulder emerging from this crack. Like there's just this monstrous demonic force trying to get at the dragon spirit from across this other stage.
Right, cool. Leaf is gonna grab a nearby mic stand and swing at this thing as it comes close, and I'm gonna use a move called What Could Go Wrong?
Oh my gosh.
The answer is nothing.
So, What Could Go Wrong is a mundane move that whenever you charge into immediate danger without hedging your bets, hold 2, you may spend your hold to inflict 1 harm, reduce someone else's harm suffered by 1, or take +2 forward on an act under pressure roll.
Amazing. Well, this is going to be kick some ass.
Yeah.
So roll plus your tough, and we will see what happens.
It's a mic stand javelin just flying across.
That is the best I've rolled this whole goddamn game. Woo! I'm so happy. That's an 11 plus 1, so that's 12.
Yes!
Incredible.
Yes!
Amazing.
Yeah, this hand is coming forward. Ashleigh still seems pretty scared, but seems like that they want to help you guys also not get, in trouble with these demons that are trying to like kidnap it and affect this crowd. They're staying by your side. And as the hand like reaches down within like distance of the stage, you kind of rush forward with this mic stand and smack it away. And I think that the hand kind of just flinches and then will like come back down towards you again. But at this point, Ashleigh will run up beside you and roars, this dragon roar, which amplifies the sound of Ashleigh Adams' mic attack. Maybe it catches some of this dragon roar in the loop as well, and these sound waves just reverberate out across the crowd. It's like enough loudness that people start to feel it in their chest.
They feel it in their heart.
Rocky would say that, but he's like comatose right now. So.
Well, actually, with Ashleigh's note and the dragon scream, we'll say that like that fully knocks out, because it's knocking out Lily's spell, right? You can kind of come to groggily wiping blood off your mouth.
I forgot my earplugs. That's what it was.
Yeah, reckless.
Oh, man.
Never forget hearing protection.
The most important thing.
Rookie move.
That's on me, guys.
So yeah, this combo that Leaf and the Dragon Spirit pull off repels the demon hand back, and Ashleigh's microphone flies across the crowd to the other stage and smashes the magical barrier. Diana, we see Lily Fade walking across the stage very sensually, because she's a succubus. She can't really move any other way. But looking down at you, she steps onto you to hold you against the ground and extends these long claws from her hand, preparing to bring them down and slash at you again. And now that the barrier is down, we see leaping up out of the pit is Agent Ross with her sword held high, and along the blade, these runes light up. She swings it down in one fluid motion as she lands, and fully bisects Lily from shoulder down to her hip. Jeez. As your friends continue to disrupt the spell, the rift on the large screen quickly begins to close, severing the massive demon arm, which starts to fall towards the crowd. And on that central pedestal in the midst of the crowd where the judges and Agent Spiegel are, there is a bright gold flash. Aiden Brightwood, another agent from the agency, and a Celestial has arrived here, her bright angelic wings spreading behind her. She turns to Agent Spiegel and says, "Sorry I'm late, buddy. Boston's still a bit of a mess right now." "Never mind that. Get on it, First Light." And he flails, gesturing towards the rapidly dropping demon arm. And she flies upward, her fists glowing, and punches into this thing, sending cracks of radiant energy through it. And the whole thing convulses, like it muscle spasms in the air, then breaks apart and crumbles to ash and flickering static before it can fall and injure anyone.
Nice.
Metal.
And back on the other stage, we see Lily Fade lying there, turning gray and disintegrating into ash, as all demons do when they are slain, having been hit with Agent Ross's demon-slaying sword.
Was she always a demon?
Yeah, she was a succubus. Her rise to fame since the revelation was her using her magic to get a lot of social media influence and attention and fans with this magical adore me spell she can cast while performing.
The Ash, formerly known as Lily Fade.
Diana, if you glance over at the rest of Lily's band, who are also dusting away, you have this realization when you see the drum set, and emblazoned there is the logo for Lily's band, which spells out Lily Fade plus MON. Which, if you all actually type that out and look at it for a second, you will probably think I'm a huge stinker for coming up with that name.
That's good. That's really funny. That's really funny and good. I didn't see that coming.
Yay, it spells Lilith a demon.
Because I was thinking the whole time, I was like, this has got to be some type of spelling acronym, but I don't know what this would be. And I was thinking too much on the MON part and didn't look back. I was following my heart, and my heart got fooled.
He was a deceptive character.
Yeah, she's a succubus. Gonna fool your heart.
Yep.
Gonna get you. But yeah, we see as she fades away, she kind of looks to you, Diana, as you're there on the stage, and she says, "Babe, why didn't it work out between us? You were everything. I was obsessed."
You are literally a demon.
Shit.
You're right.
Disintegrates to ash.
Incredible.
The Jumbotron is ruined. However, now it is just sparking broken LEDs rather than a portal to the place apart where demon spawn will come from. People are dispersing and running away. You see DJ Chimera being like, "Okay, let's have everyone exit in an orderly fashion, please."
please.
The snake.
This poor snake.
Leaf, back on the stage, Ashleigh approaches you. They nuzzle their head into your shoulder to thank you for saving them. And then you see they leap up onto one of the stage light rigs. They kind of just balance there, all four hooves on a little jutting out metal beam. And they look across where they see the angel and this ghostly sword-wielding woman and, the remnants of Lily's stage as it sparks and sputters, and turn back to you. And their whole body becomes an electrical sparking charge as it zips into the electricity here and then and travels away from this performance area.
Aw.
Bye, buddy.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that's a breach of contract, but like...
Hope you find your dad. Yeah.
Leaf will just kind of wave to their little buddy.
We see Ashleigh as you descend from your floating place over to like the pedestal.
Oh my God.
Ashleigh's going to pull back the microphone, retracts it right back into his palm, and he's going to hold it out. Mic drop.
This horrible reverb. Everyone's like, why would you do that?
Oh, I love it. Rocky just like wipes the blood out of his eyes, just kind of pulling the sound down.
Yeah.
Ashleigh, why?
You are like roughly moved by the shoulder as Agent Max Spiegel's like, you gotta get out of here, man.
Did we win though? I pull it from an external mic. We have to declare a winner. DJ Chimera, can you please just let us know real quick? I know everyone's got to go. They're busy, but we really need this for us. We need a win.
Because defeating a demon was not a win.
Yeah, really, we were just ending a chapter in Diana's book.
DJ Chimera says, fine, we'll announce the winner. They shuffle around the table. They're like, do you see it, Chapel? And Chapel Gnome is like, oh, it's in my hat. And he pulls out an envelope from her big wizard hat.
Oh my gosh.
Opens it up and gets on the mic. She says, the winner of the Battle of the Bands of Paranormalooza is Fallout Full! And there's a centaur group across the way with a bunch of like dark t-shirts and makeup on. They're like, we won! Woo!
So this was all for nothing.
We'll get them next year, guys.
Great.
Maybe you get scouted.
Did they count like demon kills as like points too? Because I feel like that was a pretty good.
Unfortunately, no. I mean, Lily voted for you guys, but all her points are kind of moot now that she's not with us.
Everything's made up and the points don't matter, so.
Yeah.
Had we sided with Lily, maybe we would have won,
Yeah, maybe. But I mean, you would have given over a very powerful spirit to the Demon Lords, which would have been not so great.
Yeah, well.
And a trophy too. That's like.
Is this a metaphor for Ticketmaster? Like.
Everyone evacuates the arena, and we cut to a little bit later once you're all safely behind the yellow caution tape set up to denote an active agency investigation area. And Diana, DJ Chimera, actually approaches you.
Mm-hmm.
And they say, wow, Diana Piper, just wow, what a performance. I mean, leaping into heroics to save the crowd like that? That's exactly what we need more of in this industry. Someone bold, someone tough.
Yeah, I think on my feet. I'm adaptable.
That's good. That's great. And don't feel too bad about the competition. It was a tight call. And you guys had that one sort of slip in the last couple rounds. But seriously, you should be really proud.
Right.
What do we say we talk contracts in the next couple weeks? We'll get you on the label.
That sounds great. I would have hoped saving humanity thing would have counted for something, but I guess not. That's cool.
She's funny. I mean, we have to keep the competition fair, of course. But, I mean, we definitely owe you a huge favor for saving us and all those people. So, I mean, consider this you're in.
Great. Love it.
I think Ashleigh at that point would call over to Diana.
Mm-hmm.
And like Rocky and I are kind of leaning on each other. I mean, I'm fine. I'm good.
Yeah.
So Rocky's holding himself up is what Ashleigh just said.
Rocky and Leaf and Ashleigh are all like together. And Ashleigh's going to call out, hey, Diana, we're all going to go get some point fries. You're coming, right?
Yeah.
I think they got Soylent.
Ooh, excellent. I am absolutely there. I love to dip my French fries into my Soylent because I only eat one solid food a day.
I think the snake is like, well, I have a meeting with the Stone Temple Guardians. They were the runner-up, so we're going to take care of that, and we'll see you around.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Also, you're welcome.
So DJ Chimera will go off. And yeah, you guys can go get fries. I think we see the three Eastie agents wanting to get a statement, but you guys are clearly just thronged by fans who are like, oh my God, can we get your autograph? You know, and they kind of just give up at trying
I mean,
to
if they want to get in with fries.
You want to invite the agents to have fries with you?
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Sure.
Just put them in the back of the U-Haul.
Yeah, we got space. See, what we do is we order the fries and then we just open the back of the U-Haul and we'll just kind of sit back there and kind of like tailgate with our U-Haul.
Oh, nice. Yeah. So yeah, I will say Agents Ross and Spiegel and Brightwood will come over and like question you all as you're sharing this fried food from the food trucks. Brad from Hicks Fix and Ellie Hicks will come over, and they've got these seasoned fries covered in lots of herbs and a little gravy that they whipped up for you. You can share. Yeah, the agents ask you about the dragon spirit. It seems like Aiden has been tracking it since it appeared in Boston a little while ago. But yeah, that's where we'll end this adventure, with a little meal with friends.
Yay!
How very Avengers.
Heck yeah.
Amazing. Thank you, everyone, for playing with me and telling this very silly and fun story about a wacky festival.
That was great.
Let's go around and let everyone know where they can find you all on the internet. I'm going to start with our fearless leader, Ashleigh Adams, played by the incredible Arcade Anthems. Weston, let's hear it.
Hey everybody, my name's Weston. Online I go by Arcade Anthems. I write TTRPG music. I've got hundreds of songs that you can use for free in your games or your shows or your podcasts or your whatever the heck you want. I do lots of silly videos online. You can catch me at conventions doing panels where we have a lot of fun and give a lot of good actionable advice. So if you're ever curious about how to become a musician in the TTRPG space or better your characters or whatever it might be, follow me online.
Woo! Am I next?
Sure.
My name is Anya. All my socials are at Anya Combs Her Hair. I am a freelancer in the games industry. I focus on crowdfunding and business development and strategy and lots of other crazy fun stuff. And when I'm not doing game stuff, I am a professional musician in New York City. I play the saxophone, so you can see me out and about in the world playing music.
Hi, my name is Grace. I go by Ghost Like G everywhere on the internet. I make TTRPG content. I've been appearing at time of recording in a bunch of stuff that will be up eventually, or maybe isn't up anymore. I don't know. Streams are nebulous sometimes. I write music, and I'm around. I'm a Crit Award finalist with Weston for a song I wrote after PAX Unplugged.
Let's go.
So, yeah, I'm just a big old nerd that likes playing TTRPGs and likes making friends. So
Yeah.
Hey.
Matt, take us out.
I'm Matt, taking you guys out. I go by Dinkles on the internet, but Matt's a normal name to call people. But you can find me on the internet at Dinkles, where I post stuff. I make songs, raps, I write lyrics and things of that nature. I do some songs with Wes from time to time. I do some panels with Wes from time to time. And I also am a cast member and producer and a whole bunch of other things over on an also Crit Award nominated upcoming podcast called Unbeatable Cast. We're building a TTRPG game from the ground up. It is themed on a monster catching system that I won't say that name for legal purposes, but it's really cool and is its own unique thing. But it's really fun, and it's over at Unbeatable Cast on YouTube.
Woo! And if you are joining us for the first time as a fan of one of our lovely guest performers, I've been Natalie Fuinha. I am the GM and keeper for the Storyteller Squad. We are Monster of the Week show, as you just heard, and it's full of lots of crazy cryptids and monsters and fun, exciting adventures like this, with a little lo-fi slice-of-life twist thrown in. You can find us on the internet at Story Squad Cast. We'll have links to everyone's socials and websites in the description. And we'll see you next time, adventurers.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Woo! Great job, everybody.